the Open Mic Podcast, special Christmas edition. Woo! What's up, fuckers? This week with me, as always, Jason.
Yep, that's me.
And our special Christmas guest this week from out of town, all the way from D.C., we got Jay Agbon. Jay, say hi to my mom.
Hey, Mikey's mom. Is that the only listener?
Call her Nancy.
Nancy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be.
Yeah.
No, we have
Nancy,
someone in like France
Nancy
or something
B?
listening.
Can I call her Nancy B?
That's her name.
Nancy B. Hey,
Yeah. Mrs. B, Nancy B, whatever.
Nancy
Go.
Call her Nasty Nancy.
Yeah. Not calling her mom.
She gets so mad.
Well, she has like 5 kids.
Yeah.
She gets down.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, Nasty Nancy is Nasty Nancy.
I think she does actually listen to at least like the first half until she hears all the
I
cursing
think the
and gross
ones
shit
that
we
we
say.
don't actually say anything about her on is the ones that she'll thumbs up and like the posts for. Yeah.
Randomly, she'll like a post, and I don't know if I did this in the workshop last week or before, but like I made the mistake of accepting her friend request after a year. I let it sit for a while, and I felt bad, and the guilt got to me. But she thinks she's like direct messaging me, but she'll post like
your fucking
she'll post like I got more inhalers, Mike. And I'm like, thanks. And she's like, #Jesus. I'm like, that's she hashtags everything Jesus. She's like super religious.
I have like 40 family members sitting in my like just friend request. I'm never not now. I'm too.
Yeah.
I got some cousins and uncles, and I let both my aunts in. They're cool. They like to party, but I got some cousins and uncles. I'm like, is there? And when I see them, and now they know I do comedy, they're like, you have any shows coming up? I'm like, no, I quit. I'm like, no. 'Cause these motherfuckers are gonna sit there. They're gonna yell shit out. They're gonna try to take attention. I had a cousin today try to take attention with me just through Facebook, because every time I see him, he does that drunk thing. He's like, you ain't fucking funny. I'm funny.
Oh, one of those.
He's one of those, like, I love my cousin, and he is funny, but I'm clearly funnier. Fuck you, David. But he's one of those, I think because he has like kids and a wife, so that's his midlife crisis, is picking on his younger cousin.
And then he sees you living the dream that he could, like, in his deep mind. Okay, yeah.
I don't think he realizes this ain't a dream. I've eaten a banana peel. I've been so broke. And I hate bananas.
He's like, I've picked on you before in front of the family. I know I can do what you do.
Yeah, he has, but I'm taller now. So, I mean, stop, David. You have children and a 401k.
Hey, man, the dream is dead, David. Let Mikey live it, okay?
Yeah. You're living the dream. I'm lonely as shit. I trained my dog to say she loves me. You have a wife that loves you, dude. Like, get off my back. I got nothing. All right? Literally, I make my dog, I ask her if she loves me, and she can't have a treat till she barks.
Until she barks?
She takes a long time to answer, but
I mean, listen.
But I got time because she's all I got. So, I mean,
Everybody knows comedians make the sacrifice for the craft. They
we're doing this for you, asshole. Yeah. Not you.
and for a big payday, ultimately.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
You know, nobody wants to go ahead and say that, but it's like, let's be real here. I mean, you're shooting that. You're shooting your shot on that one because it's like, I want to do that for a living. I want to make.
I'll clear something up because
shitload of money.
I know you've heard it. I've heard it. I'm sure we've talked about it before. But like, you know, if you've heard someone say, "Oh, if you do this for the money, you're not about the art. It's only about the art."
Suck my dick,
that,
bro.
like people say that they're doing this for the art.
Suck my dick too at the same time.
Get the fuck out of my way. Then.
This is first off. Let's get this out of the way. Comedy is a fucking job. No matter any art if you're doing it for money, it's a fucking job. So for you to be dismissive of the goddamn money, like. Nigga, is this a hobby or are you doing something? Because if you're not getting paid, this is a hobby. It's a very expensive hobby. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Picasso's go for millions. I just want thousands. Yeah, okay? I just want to pay my rent with comedy right now.
It constitutes a lifestyle. I mean, it's like, you want me to keep doing funny shit? Well, I need to get my bills paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. I heard
and
someone
have a
say
little
that.
extra spending money. Also,
and they're like, I'm doing this for the art, and I just remember thinking, like, get out of the way then, because I take this serious. Like, I really, I joke around and say fucked up shit, but I take the like art of working and putting effort into this and writing and working on the shit and not just throwing whatever out there very serious. Like, I work hard. I've ruined relationships with family and friends because I'm out at open mics with other people that I like and hate.
Well, it's like I think we did talk about this a long time ago where I was like, if you are doing this because you're like, oh, I'm in it for the art or I'm doing this for fun, it's like, bro, then sign your name up, last at like 6 block on whatever mic you're on, the last spot, right? Yeah. Go do your little
do your art on the last block with the new guys.
But like if let the rest of us who want to do this professionally, who are trying to do this, let us work, bro. Get the fuck out my way.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Why, if you're just doing it for the art, why should you even be on anything then? I'm trying to actually fucking make it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm focused. I literally have nothing. I focus solely on this podcast trying to make content for 4 likes and writing jokes.
And writing jokes,
And
man.
I think I'm pretty okay at least doing the jokes because I do make some small amounts of money sometimes.
Well,
So-
I mean, it's on your taxes, I assume. Yeah, it's on mine. It's been on mine, so I'm like, fuck. I hate that shit so much. It's like.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's for the art. It's like, if you do any other art for fun, you know where you do that shit? In your bedroom. Like,
That's
I'm
right.
a painter, but I'm not Picasso, and I do that shit in my bedroom.
Do improv. That's what it's for.
Or fucking TikTok. Or make videos. Fucking whatever.
Aside from like SNL, who's a professional improver?
Yeah.
I mean, Austin before the Schlo Logan days was pretty alt and like not improv-y, but there was more
It was
improv
super,
than there
it was
is now.
super alty, yeah.
And that's fine. I'm not going to knock improv
Improv has
because
its
I don't
place.
have to.
Yo,
Improv has its place, and if that's something you like to do, you know, by all means, we here, like Open Mic Podcast, do not disparage that. However, you know where you are. You know what's up.
I mean,
I have been entertained by improv in some instances, but
I like real life improv, that jazz you have with someone you just met that you know you're going to be friends with.
Yeah.
Or like you run into another friend at a party and everybody's just laughing at y'all's conversation.
just bouncing back and forth. Yeah.
Not like yes and or a Starbucks with a dildo. You didn't even bring your own topics.
I need a
crowd's gotta work for
location
you now?
and
Yeah. So, anyways, how long have you been doing comedy, Jay? When did you start?
I started March 2015. I started in Pittsburgh for a couple months, then New York for a couple months, and then like Dallas.
around,
When I
man.
came back home to
Get
Dallas,
around.
and that's where I met you.
Yep. World
Yeah.
travel. I started March 2015 also.
Yep.
I went to DCH my first time, paced the stage. Jason was there. He did the classic friend thing where, of course, they put you last, right? And I had read on the website, if you buy the guys who run the mic drink, maybe you'll get up earlier. So I bought these. I was fucking trying to, I'm in a tracksuit. I was trying to juice the fucking vig here, right?
You're like,
And
I'm trying to get right in here.
He's
on
like-
this.
Jason kept coming up. He's like, so when are you going up? When are you going up? And I'm already nervous. It's my first time. And I'm like scared, even though there's like 6 people there. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like feeling like I'm going to throw up. And I buy these guys drinks and like they didn't move me up. And I'm like number 34 out of 35. And I remember this one girl, he goes, oh, we can't put new people up early. And while I'm standing there talking to the guy, this girl goes up. She goes, this is my first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, she's hot. I don't blame you.
And
but-
she had half the room with her.
and the other guy leaned over and goes, that's his girlfriend. Don't say anything. I was like, gotcha.
Heard,
So you want another shot? Or like I'm waiting, walking around with a fucking tray.
What can we do?
But yeah, I started at the old DCH. That was fun. So
But also, I was sitting there through all of the like.
you
from
were a good friend. He sat through all the bullshit.
all of it. So I mean,
36 people.
naturally, I had to ask, like, when is it going to be soon? Because like I wanted to fucking go.
Yeah.
Like I was like, fuck
Sat
that.
through
Yeah,
6 hours of
open
DCH
mic
open
just-
mic.
Come on.
Trash comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah. And back then, a lot of the comedians that would do the open mic were actually improv people. They weren't even really stand up.
This is
they
back,
were dabblers.
This is before the unification of comedy in Dallas.
This is before we broke old DCH and made a union of a
Busted
bunch of
it open.
Now it's just more sad people that get along.
Yeah.
But you moved to London for a while, right? You're
Yeah.
across the pond, then, mate.
Across the pond, yeah. I'm African with Nigerian parents, and so they bullied me into they bullied
never
me into being
noticed.
successful.
Never knew that.
And right, like the last name Agbon wasn't a dead giveaway.
No, I thought they were creative people.
No,
Original for sure.
Oh, definitely original. No, they dead ass kind of were like, you got to go get a grad school degree, and I was like, I don't know. I dropped out of law school. I started comedy in law school. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
I started comedy in law school. I dropped out, and then I was just doing comedy, living at home with my mom. And my dad was like, "You got to do something, bro. You can't just be here."
You're like, I am.
yeah.
I'm doing comedy.
So I was like, if I got to go to grad school, I started applying to schools all over, and then I got into school in London. And I was like, all right, guys,
Nice.
I'm gonna bounce out for a little bit because this is a full ride to
Yeah.
London. I'm
Hell
getting
yeah.
the fuck
And my
out of here.
parents can't tell me to stop doing open mics if I'm in
Yeah.
another country.
Did you do a bunch of open mics out there?
Yeah, I did a bunch of open mics. I did some shows. met some
The
good
humor's
people.
a little different the way it's delivered out there, isn't it?
It's a little more rambly and like
I hear
long
that
form.
in London the comedy's more cheeky, love. I don't
More
know.
cheek-
I'm-
more
you can be
cheeky.
you can do a British accent. Nobody can get mad at you. So
I
it's-
cannot do it. I can do
Yeah.
like specific words in like a very specific accent of like London, like a very like East or Southern accent where it's like the council estate like, oi, bruv, Who the fuck? Do I look like a fucking dickhead to you, bro?
Yeah.
Like
I
that
literally
shit,
just checked for my wallet when he said that. It's in the other room.
Well, go on, bro.
It's in the other room.
You know,
There's
shit like
that,
that.
and then your coffee order, of
Yeah.
course. Right?
You can ask the chick for her phone number. And how long were you in London? You were there like
A year and a couple months.
okay.
A couple months.
That's
and
right.
then-
Yeah, I remember you've been gone for a year. The other question I had was having like your parents are from a different culture, right? Like
Yeah,
they
well,
moved.
my mom is American. My dad is Nigerian.
Oh, okay. So he doesn't really understand like chasing a dream like comedy, does he? Or is he doesn't take it serious, I would imagine.
His whole thing was just, he was like, do what you want, but get an education. So as soon as I got my degree, my master's, he was like, all right, if you want to do this. But now he supports me doing comedy, but he's like ruthlessly pragmatic with it. So he'll call me. He's like, what do you know about YouTube? And I'm like, and he's like, do you know that like people who make sketches on YouTube make millions of dollars doing this, this, and this? All you have to do is achieve 10,000 followers. You can do that.
Like, why are
And I
you
was
not
like,
doing this?
You have
You don't
a
understand-
lot of faith in me, Bob.
This is why I was crying and you called me a pussy the other day. I know that, Dad. I have sketches on YouTube. Do you know how to share them since you know so
I know,
much?
right?
Yeah.
He literally called me and was like, yeah, why don't you do sketches? And I was like, what am I, Dad, do you know all of my, he's like, you can film them with like regular people. And I was like, first off, I'm flattered you think I have regular people friends.
Yeah.
But secondly, all of my friends are comedians. Do you know who the most unreliable people on the planet are? Comedians.
Yeah. Teenagers and comedians. Yeah.
I've shown up to do a sold out theater show like 7 minutes before showtime, and I'm the host. I'm like 7 minutes before show. I'm trying to park. I'm like, where am I supposed to park? They're like, this is why call time was like an hour and a half ago.
This is why call time
I'm like,
was
can someone
6:30.
park my car? I'm a celebrity now. Okay, I was on TV. I'm on Netflix. Okay?
Yeah, I'm like, do you know how many times I've pitched a sketch idea to some friends, or someone's pitched some shit to me, and you can tell when people don't want to do it because they'll be like, yeah,
Or they start
Yeah.
being like, oh, you could change this and make it like this. And you're
Yeah,
like,
it's
wh-
the way they give the suggestions. Like maybe,
Maybe, and then
we're
maybe
not
if
working
he was
together.
like a male cheerleader, or I don't
or
know.
you be pitching some shit and they be like, yeah, for sure, and then you hit them up and they be like, yeah, I'm not feeling like it today. I'm doing this.
I'm
So
real
I'm like,
lazy.
Oh man,
man.
my mom broke her foot again.
oh damn,
Yeah.
bro. It's crazy. I got hit with this. I'm staying the fuck in my bed-itis. I can't, you know what I
like,
mean?
it's cool. We can collab on Zoom. It's like, oh, man, my internet's down and shit.
So you have a like a different last name. We were talking about Agbon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that's your dad's Nigerian? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Anything in Nigerian?
It means to the world. So like
J to the world.
my full name, you know, like Jay is short for my long ass African name, which I will not be saying.
It's not like
No. It's not even that long,
Okay.
but it's just my name means God
You're walking a
sent.
thin line there,
Yeah, right.
and it's
I felt it. I apologize.
Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
Up till
And at the top of it is a dot over the I for racism. So.
My wife's half black. It's okay.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of a pass.
No,
Yeah.
that's not how that works.
That's not,
It doesn't go up through your penis.
do you remember when people try to accuse Bill Burr of that? They're like, he has a black wife because he's racist. I'm like, pretty sure he just loves her, dude.
Yeah, that's not,
I don't think he would do that.
they just click. I'm not sure how if you know what that word means.
Yeah.
Giving another girl of a girl of another race your dick does not mean you're racist.
No, that means I have a kink.
Cards don't get
Yeah.
passed through cocks. Okay, so yeah,
And it's not even really a kink. Life is a buffet. I want to taste a few of the flavors.
I mean,
fair.
there's no shame in that. You know what I mean?
I know if you take this out of context, which I will when I make a promo, it's going to sound very bad, but
it's okay.
it's going to sound pretty creepy.
Well, it depends.
I basically
what
just said I
part
want
you
to eat
take-
out every kind of woman.
Well, it depends what part you take
I-
out of context. Because if you just take out the flavors, it sounds like you're a fat guy wanting ice cream. But if you add just 10 seconds more on either side, then the creepiness factor comes in. Yeah.
I can make anything creepy, dude. I promise.
I-
Shave it in the right
You
spot.
act like I haven't known you for 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, he'll
No.
just like chop and screw the voice, and that's what makes it sound even more fun.
Yeah.
to him, so
Okay, but I'm going to make it look like Jason said it. I'm going to fuck with audio. Yeah. You got some questions for us? Let's move on.
Sure, why
Actually,
not?
wait. Before we move on, did you end up getting on any shows while you're here in town? Or you gonna try to network?
Yeah. Mana put me on a couple shows. Shouts out Mana Gang Gang.
Go ahead and tell people what shows you're going to be on, because this will be out tomorrow.
Okay, well,
we like to plug it right off the top.
the only one I'm really going to be on before I leave is going to be tomorrow at Not. It's not. What is her
What's
show?
tomorrow? Wednesday? Twilight?
Twilight. Yeah, I'm a feature spot at Twilight.
Twilight Lounge in Fort Worth.
In Fort Worth.
I
Yep.
like doing comedy at Twilight. It's a cool place.
Yeah,
Cajun place. The boudin balls.
It's nice.
It's like a
It goes hard.
Cajun
She had me.
deal.
She had me on the dive last weekend. Up here in Denton. Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
it was like.
Coming to my town, not booking me. Not cool, but whatever. It's fine.
I
She
wasn't
doesn't-
booking the-
She doesn't watch. No, not you. I'm talking
Okay,
about.
mine, yeah.
I know it's not your fault. You don't even live here.
I was like, I don't live here.
Phone calls are gonna fly.
There's
Right,
nothing
here we
not
go.
get me on your show.
Why didn't you mention me?
Hey, Mana. I don't know if you know. This is up and coming comedian in
Yeah.
the Denton area. His name is Mikey B.
I should introduce myself. Yeah, I should.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We've met. We've seen each other.
I think you bought a car from her, didn't you?
I did buy a car from Mana. I forgot about that.
Oh, right.
And then actually,
Oh, you bought the
Dude,
Solara, right?
I bought the Solara, dude. I bought that. It was a fucking clankety machine.
beast.
I owned it for about 4 weeks, and then I realized driving it home, and I was like, I don't want this car. and plus, my lawsuit came through when I got hit by the truck. But I remember these people. I sold it on like Craigslist or whatever, and there was like a younger guy and his pregnant girlfriend, and they were like, he's like, I got money at $1,200. Like I made a couple $100 on, not much, but
He's like, "This is a dependable car." You're like, "It's $1,200."
Yeah, you know
I'm
what
like,
you're getting.
You
bro.
will get $1,200 worth out of it if you make it home.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they bought it, and then they ran a bunch of tolls, and that came on my name. So they kinda,
One of those.
and then they crashed it on the tollway and left it, and they tried to be like, "You need to come get your car." I'm like,
sweet.
"Bitch, that
That's
ain't
not
my
mine.
car."
Yeah, I sold it.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, my car."
Did you write a bill of sale?
Yeah, I wrote a bill of sale. I was on Craigslist. Probably did it from a burner phone. So yeah,
Shit.
Always
it was
gotta
my
get the
sister's
bill of
car.
sale.
She's pregnant, and somebody gave her a new car, so I'm selling this one.
Gotta get that bill of sale, man.
Well, I mean, even I wrote a bill of sale like after that happened, but
Yeah.
I just signed it.
Then forged it.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
never going to come up now.
Yeah,
so.
it's fine. No cops watch this.
It's not like we're on camera.
Yeah, it's I edit this, so it's.
Yeah, fine.
But I won't edit this out because I'll forget about it. But also, I got like 6 listeners. It's whatever. That's fine.
Nah, 16.
Okay. Well,
16
Jason
or
likes
so.
to play it up. I like to play it down. So anything's a bonus.
So it's 10.
He likes to
Cool.
be disappointed.
So it's 10. That's the exact number.
You know what? By man math, you did it the right way. That was it. Yeah, right there. All right. So, how about you discovered a beautiful island which you may build your own society and make your own rules? What's going to be the first rule you would put in this place?
Prima noctis. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. As soon as you
Why?
said my own island, the first one that popped in my head was, "I'm the king. I fuck all the women." It's my island.
Found it.
I heard about
you
a
know
guy
what?
who had a bad experience with his own island.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Scratch the question. I think that's when you get bored with all that with the prima noctis. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, if you can fuck everyone whenever you want, then you kind of get bored with who you're fucking.
Well, I mean, I would just be like, "Come here, we're gonna fuck." I'd be like, "Hey, you want to hang out or what's up?"
or just don't leave your island.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody will arrest you.
they took one guy off an island and he never made it back. So, I'll just say his return is hanging in the wind.
Jesus fucking Christ.
God, if I would have thought of this 4 months ago, I'd be on Netflix by now.
Jesus.
Any rules for you? No.
I don't think I compete. I
Like,
can't beat that.
Nothing competing.
His rule is don't touch the women. Don't even talk to them.
I can't beat that. Well, it depends. Like the women on my island, white or black, because that means a whole lot of difference.
Yeah, a mix. I don't know.
Would you
Let's
have
say-
so you'd have to give white girls and black girls different rules?
Well, I couldn't do prima noctis with white women because somebody would call the cops on me, and then
It's your island.
It's a carrot.
Just cut the cord to the phone.
Listen, if you think me being king of the island is going to stop a cop of that island from shooting me, you don't know
What
police.
if, what if 911? What if 911 comes to your phone?
Well, then,
Yeah.
as the cop of the island, I then legally have to shoot myself. Like that's just the
I mean,
rules.
let's be honest. If you're on an island that just has a bunch of white women, SWAT's already on their way.
Yeah,
you don't have to
already
follow.
dead.
Already.
Already. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of time.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I'd be like, my first rule is like, be chill to each other.
Be chill. You're like
Share
fucking
love.
Bill and Ted over here on the fucking island, right?
That's why I got it from
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck my first.
I don't know.
rule is.
I would make like simple rules, like, hey, just like don't
Yeah,
fucking
don't
kill
be-
anybody.
Yeah, don't kill.
Don't fucking- you got a problem.
Don't rape.
Don't
Don't be a
steal.
piece of shit.
No
yeah.
rape, no raping, no killing.
No
Raping's
stealing.
first.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it usually starts with a rape, and then they have to kill them because they're going to tell on them.
Yeah.
Good point.
I listen to a lot of crime ones. It's not from experience. I'm just saying. Anyways, wish I wouldn't have said that. Edited it out.
Subject change. Okay.
No, what rules would you have? Give us some rules.
No, I don't know. Any rules? It
Yeah.
obviously would be the obvious. No killing, no raping, no stealing, no...
Just the basic rules of society.
I don't know. How about
Yeah.
don't have a bunch of kids? How about, let's...
No kids in the theaters. I went and saw Spider-Man yesterday. 3-year-old, 10-year-old. Okay, 3 to 5-year-old.
No. Fuck the 10-year-olds. Listen, I went to see Spider-Man, and I've never wanted to punch kids so fucking. I take that back. Every time
It's
I'm
up
going
there.
to see a Marvel movie that's been
Steal this one from me.
anticipated,
Sure.
and kids pop up, I want to slide these little kids. I'm like, bro, like. When I was 10, I wasn't running around talking in the movie theater. What's wrong with you, bro? I sound like my mom. Like, oh man, when I was a kid, but like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This ain't for you, bro. This mom.
It's you're not enjoying this. The kids wouldn't shut up, and then a hipster sat right next to me in a not even close to sold out theater. Didn't give the space like I gave the guy in the trench coat over here. I was giving him the space either way. But yeah, I was like, it was
All
after
the space
3:30.
you
I'm
need,
like,
we're cool.
theaters are dark places to hide for
Yeah.
people in trench coats. Okay, but he
you're
came
in
and sat right next to me, like, and of course they have the thing where like the girlfriend's standing there. She's like, it's like. The dude's gonna sit here. I know that. It's fine. Don't worry. I wasn't. You're not in danger here.
Yeah.
Whatever. But he sits down and he eats ice and popcorn the whole thing, the whole 2.5 hours. I hear it
crunching it with
over
his
and
mouth
over.
open.
At one point, I was like, "Cut it out! Fucking stop!" I was like, "Just stop, man." He goes, "Oh, you can hear that?" I was like, "Uh huh."
Yeah.
I was like, "Stop!" And then he went back to eating it, but trying to do it with his mouth closed. I'm still. I can hear it, and I'm like, "Bro, fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're ruining my experience, man."
People are so fucking selfish with that shit.
While I'm being selfish because I'm worried about my
Yeah,
experience,
yeah.
but so he's like, "Oh, sorry." I was like, I just bullied a guy. I
Fuck him.
Yeah,
He had
but
to
fuck
cut
that
him.
guy.
He had-
'cause
he
He,
had to
got
cut
quiet
him.
after that. It was really good. Yeah.
There was one little kid when I went to see Spider-Man that like picked up a FaceTime. And my mom, who was like, I went with my family. My mom and my dad are sitting behind me, and my mom looked at him, and I could hear my mom stare at him.
It's that
and
like
he's-
laser beam.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
He said, "Hey," and before he could say a word, I heard him hit the word, the silence.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I know my mom is." I heard
staring
like
at
her
him.
sharp intake of
Yeah.
breath. I was like, and he like just ended the call.
She
and I
had
was
one of them
like,
sharp ninja stares that
Yo,
just cut
like-
you. You're like, I fucked up.
She's like, don't finish that
"Don't
conversation.
you fucking dare!" And he just ended the call. And I was like,
My Spider-Man experience was I sat next to like a guy in his 40s with long hair with a Marvel T-shirt on and super baggy cargo khakis.
"Oh no!"
And
That could have been me if I didn't switch my style up because I'm almost
Almost.
40.
And the pants were ripped at the bottom because I actually saw him outside. Ironically, I saw
Like
him. I was like,
Jinkos?
watch that be the guy I'm sitting next to, and conveniently it was the guy I was sitting next
Like
to.
Jinkos or dad
Yeah,
cargos.
like Jenkos kind of.
Damn.
Yeah, and like
He's out here wearing
we kept like touching elbows. Our elbows kept fucking grinding a little bit. And, but he would be submissive to the
So
elbow.
you were on an RL version of Grinder.
Yeah, he was being submissive to my elbow though. My elbow would go there, and I held firm. So I held firm like a top would.
You hit
and-
that submissive so sexually.
I'm gonna let you choose another adjective.
No, he keeps that adjective. He submissive. He domed another male
domed
yesterday.
another man's
I
elbow.
cucked that dude
He
like a
hit that
motherfucker. My
submissive.
elbow cucked him. That's what it
He elbow cucked a stranger, and that submissive you hit was so sexual.
So, yeah, he was like he was
It
being
gratified me.
submissive.
That's I don't.
Did
some-
not gratify me.
Some people look for a ladder. We tend to look for a shovel. Fuck it, double down. But so you domed a man in the theater, and you put
Elbow
your
style.
you put your-
sexually.
you elbow cupped the
probably
man.
could have.
Ooh, I'm gonna call
Oh
you.
no, the elbow was definitely sexual.
Jason's elbow is a sexual area. Like
yeah, it is.
you ever had a girl like shake your hand and touch your elbow, and you're like,
What's
wait, I
going
mean,
on
it's
here?
called a weenus.
It
is
strangely
called a-
is.
It is
when,
called
when,
a
you,
weenus,
when you
yeah.
pull the piece.
And
Yeah.
people like it's a weenus.
The weenus, yeah.
So
Oh, so we were rubbing weenuses together.
exactly,
You gotta.
yeah.
You
I feel like I should move on.
You shouldn't be
Yeah.
happy about that.
Okay.
No, he is. No, it's fine, dude. There's nothing wrong with being gay. It's fine.
You know, I
There
would.
But
is-
wait, before we forget, because I forgot it for a second there. I got a new nickname for Jason.
Oh, here we go. Fly away.
Anyways, every time I stutter, I'm working on my editing. I'm gonna make me disappear once, but El Cuck.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I know you would like
I don't
it.
want
It's
cuck
not for
anywhere
you.
near, anywhere near me.
You're El Cuck. You're
Nah.
the cucker.
I know, but still, it's just
Damn, you be
then you have
cucking
to
folks?
explain it. I
He
guess
just,
you know?
Now
he
I
just
have to-
elbow cucked a man, dude.
Yeah.
Elbow's a type of macaroni, and you boiled him soft.
I mean, I know who's in my league and who's not, and he was definitely below my level.
He gave him an ocular pat down.
He looked at him. He was like, "I got this. I got
Yeah.
this."
I was comfy.
Establish dominance, man. Do what you got to do.
You said you didn't have island rules, but I feel like you just instilled one in this man.
I might have.
Like you would. I feel like Jason would become king on his own island, because he would just go around and dominate everybody and just like stare him down. Or
Any dude that challenged him, he just rub his
Whatever
elbow
it is.
that's
until
his
he
move. He
submitted.
grabs their elbow.
That's my
Do you
finisher.
bow? Do you bow now?
That's my finisher.
Do you bow down? Do you elbow down?
Submit to your king. Submit.
Yes. My weenus is on you. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna edit most of your talking out tonight.
Would you rather fart all the time and can't burp, or burp all the time and can't fart?
Burp all the time. No, because
Fart.
Yeah,
I'll
fart.
take fart all this. No questions asked.
Yeah, my farts don't stink, so yeah, I'll
I
take
fart
that.
all the time and I can't burp.
Already.
I live that life, so I'll stick with it. I
Yeah.
don't want to burp all the time.
I
My
don't
wife,
wanna-
my
I don't
wife
wanna burp all
burps
the time.
better than
Also-
any dude I've ever heard.
Also,
She's fucking annoying.
think about the benefits that come from not burping. You can drink, like you could chug more. You
No
can
hiccups.
No hiccups.
That's
It's-
right.
It's great.
Shit, I rarely get hiccups. Yeah.
Have you ever had a burp when you're making out with a chick? Like if y'all.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible, right?
Sorry.
I've literally gotta be like-
yeah, you gotta take like a mini
So
break.
I was like, hey, give me a minute. Hey, give me, give me. And finally, I was like, give me a minute. I was like,
So
Yeah,
the
I was-
easiest way I found is to just start kissing their neck and then hit one of those. Just like blow it out the side of your mouth.
It like bakes it into another kind of trouble though. Like, have you noticed those burps stink? Like, oh, they give you old man breath.
Well, listen, at that point you're in. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm blowing it out the side, kissing my way back up the neck, and we go.
Well, I actually liked the pattern. So you worked your way down to the body, so they couldn't even tell what happened.
See,
Exactly.
I got a better move than that, dude. I just start eating them out and I play them like a trumpet. I've been getting high all day.
Jesus, special level.
How dope would that be though if you played some Sashmo on a chick? Some Coltrane? If
I'm
you,
drinking, bro.
if you would get Coltrane on some titties, dude.
Oh man,
Dude,
start
yeah.
playing the Cowboy Bebop thing song.
Dude, I just started watching the cartoon. I watched the live action first. Live action was dope.
Okay, so you said that because you hadn't watched the cartoon. If you watched the cartoon, you did it the right
I
way.
know,
Because if you had watched the
but-
cartoon first, it would have fucked up the live action for you. And like this, I watched the live action, like trying to come at it from like you know,
Like an
just
objective view?
Yeah, just but even it's almost impossible because like I got like 4 or 5 episodes in and I was just like the pacing is slow, some of the characters are fucked up, and it's just like even if it was just mediocre. And some episodes are mediocre, some episodes are good. So I'm fine like on that.
There are
But
a
then
couple that drug.
There are a couple episodes that are just aggressively bad. And it's like you didn't have to do this. They literally made the show for you.
Like, come on.
It wasn't,
Yeah.
you know, but
You know, a show that I watched, Castlevania, was supposed to be originally a
Live
live
action?
action,
Was
but
it?
there's no possible way
And that
they
was like
could
the
have brought
Muppets.
that to. No, it's all animation. Yeah.
Oh,
it's the
I've never watched a single anime ever.
You're
I've
missing
never.
the
I'm
fuck
not.
out. We've talked about
I started
this.
the cartoon and it was good. That one was good. But I know it's like people
we
have
go.
told me.
Once again,
I'm
that's
working-
the two
I'm-
ways we burped. He burped out loud. I burped and just did
That's
the
it.
side.
Yeah. See?
I was given the contrast. Dude. Yeah, because people can't really tell us apart otherwise.
We look just alike. Yes.
That's my comedy brother, bro. But I've heard people have told me that surprisingly, a lot of people try to get me to watch anime. I need older friends. Anyways,
you seem like you the type, and I don't mean this offensively, but you do seem like the type of guy who would like enjoy anime.
really,
Yeah.
all right,
I mean,
pompadour and all.
yeah.
Oh, if they had
first off, they have animes with dudes with pompadours.
I know. Yeah,
I was like, have you never
just
heard
gotta
of
find some-
JoJo's Bizarre
I'd like
Adventure?
to find like a mobster anime. Like, is there one? Maybe
yeah,
I could
there are a
write
lot.
one.
Of course, there are a lot. There's
but not like an Italian mobster anime.
No, it'd be mostly triad.
not
type.
like triad,
it's
yeah.
mostly like Japanese yakuza, but there are some like Italian mobsters. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There's a season that takes place in Italy. Where
Maybe that's a good project for me while I'm trying to
is-
not get another job. Is try to write like something like that. But that would be cool. 'Cause
It is a little
Of course,
weird.
I have an infatuation with like a Goodfellas style like anime. That would be cool.
yeah.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
So there's an anime for
I'm recording
everything,
this 'cause I'm gonna forget
honestly.
this
So
shit.
I would not be surprised if there was an Italian like mobster anime.
I'm literally going to go home and forget that we talked about this and then watch this tomorrow and then Google it.
Yeah.
I will watch this when I edit promos, and I might skip this part because I just skim around. So if
I'll-
you see it, remind me. 'cause I forgot what my idea was. What was it?
Yeah, a Goodfellas anime. Like
That's
similar.
right. Yeah, that's
I
right.
will watch this when you post it and then tag me in it, and then I'll watch it all the way through as I read.
Oh, I'll tag you for sure. I'll send you some promos to post and all that. But
And then he'll just text you Goodfellas
that's
anime.
all. That's all lingo for after. That's post. Yeah, I do it in post. Yeah, that means like when I boop it and
Are we looking on time?
Chop it up.
Probably time to move on to the mic list. Did you have a question you wanted to ask?
I mean, not specifically. You know. Let me look. Let me just review here.
Take a gander there. I feel like I had something else to say, but I forgot it. But that's. I spend most of my time, like, to give a great analogy for me, and this is a real thing, but like I spend most of my day walking from room to room saying, what am I coming here for? And then I hit whatever bowl I have in that room.
Out loud?
And then, I do.
Yeah.
And there's no one, it's me and the cat. And the cat actually talks back to me. But, and then,
That's the acid.
but it's a good time, though. But I'll walk into the next room and be like, oh, yeah, I went in there for this. And I'll go back in there. I'm like, what was it?
What was it?
And that's why I spend most of my time doing or trying to remember what I was going to say because I talk so much.
You're a lot calmer than I am when that happens to me, because I literally today I walked in the room and was like, what the fuck was I looking for? Fuck!
I hate when you're
Well,
saying.
I'm used to it. I've had more practice.
I hate when you're saying shit too, and you're like saying it, and then like right as you're like just leading to, you're like, I literally
Your
just
mind
lost
just-
what I was gonna say. Fuck.
It's a fucking.
Done that on stage.
Ooh.
I've forgotten every single joke I've had in the middle of a 30-minute set. And I have more
What
than
do you
30.
do? Start just like crowd work?
I freak out and kind of stand there. I stand there. I take a drink. I take a long
drink
loud drink of the free waters they give you, and it's like a lot of times it's the Nestle, the cheap ones. So when you open it, it's
Yeah,
like this is
crinkles,
Sam's
yeah.
Club. It's good plastic, but it's the
Nestle
Like
crinkles
crinkles everywhere.
it's barely plastic. It's been recycled 4 times. Some bum probably made marinara in it once.
Yeah.
And it's just like I take a drink, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do breakfast in bed again. You got a different version. It's fine. Do that again. And then I move on. Yeah. And then usually something will happen. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
This one's got plenty of BPA in it. So it's
Something will
solid.
happen, or I'll be like, nice shirt, asshole. I don't know. No, I wouldn't do that. I don't attack the crowd.
You're better than me. I'll openly be like, fuck, I forgot my next joke. And that gets a laugh from the crowd. And then I'm like, and there we go. It's going to be just enough time for my brain to be like,
You left first. Let me pick on you. Hold on a
I
second.
have
All right.
before just started talking to someone in the middle of them talk. I was just asking them regular questions because I couldn't think of anything good, and I was just trying to see if there's anything funny about them. And I literally just got down on one knee and ate one of their nachos, and people were dying laughing. I was like, "This is actually pretty good." Like improv's got good food.
Look at the chicken wings. Any good?
Yeah.
They are.
Oh, chicken wing would have been funnier. I could have stalled for like 7 minutes for that. Yeah.
Hey, what's up? This is delicious.
Yeah.
Boy.
I got dentures. I can take my teeth out and chew it before I put it in.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's gross.
No, I can't
Yeah.
do that.
I'd like to see that if you could.
I
Do you
can't.
really have dentures?
Yeah, on the bottom. Yeah. I don't wear the top ones because they're for the back and they're useless.
Getting the Hollywood makeover. Well, the Mexican makeover, I guess. Yeah. How about this? 10 years after the fact, would you rather sleep with an ex's parent or their sibling?
Sibling.
Right off the bat.
No
I guess
contact.
10 years later, the parent's really old.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
It's a little weird.
Because we're older now.
Also,
I don't know, man. I think it depends on the age of the sibling and the age of the old one because I've been getting into Bush lately and some GILF and MILF porn. And I get
you
it.
like see a little salt and pepper in the bush? There, I
Not
guess?
every grandma. Not every grandma is a GILF.
This is what we do here. It's fun.
man.
But every
look at
GILF is
this.
a grandma.
I can't watch Go For
Dude, she's
bro.
had more practice. She
I
knows
can't
things that'll.
do it. B. I cannot.
You
do
never
it.
slept with an old lady?
I fucked old ladies, but not.
No,
not
but have you
gilfs.
slept with them? Fuck them is one thing, but did you actually take the time to get to know
No,
her soul?
I didn't.
Why would you?
Because I was young, bro. I was like a kid when I was fucking.
I got blood all over me. I'm just looking at. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Fine. When I was fucking 40-year-old women, I was in my early 20s.
Hey, tying down to shit. I'm here to fuck you.
man, those ladies were really.
they're
those ladies
using me
were-
for my dick. I'm accommodating their midlife crisis.
Those ladies were months away from statutory charges,
Years, but
but it's legal, so good for you.
You know, thinking about it, when those ladies die, that's what they're going to remember.
That one time that dude railed me so hard, I thought I was having another kid.
I was 24.
That kid in
my
Pittsburgh
23.
fucked the
23.
shit out of
No.
I got a Pittsburgh Steamer once, and I didn't walk right for
I
a
got
week.
a real Pittsburgh Steeler. Okay,
He ruined my pussy.
he did. Ain't know it was a Pittsburgh Pirate. Okay, I'm
Wait,
done.
are
I'm
the
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
The Bruins aren't in Pittsburgh, right? That's
No,
Boston.
that's Boston.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Boston.
I don't follow hockey.
They're the Pittsburgh Pirates, Steelers. I don't know what the Penguins. But that's not sexual.
Penguins.
I mean,
Can't really be
I
sexual.
wasn't fast enough to make that
Penguins? No.
sexual, so I just went with
Panthers, though.
Boston. Yeah.
I was just throwing
Panthers.
anything out there I thought was Pittsburgh.
pod?
Black and
Nah.
yellow.
All right.
All right.
Again, I had another thought, but it's gone. Oh well, who cares?
All right.
Want to do this?
spin
So
more.
yeah, we're gonna do the open mic. Jason's gonna hold the bass nice and firm for you,
Okay.
and he's gonna say "moist" in your eyes.
Since we're so comfortable here.
give it a good hard spin in either direction, and let's see what it lands on.
All right, let's do this. What is hot girl? What does hot girl summer mean?
What does hot girl summer mean to you?
Well, I'll tell you, it's hard to get off Instagram when it's going on. I know that. It's always hot girl summer somewhere. It's hot girl summer is like redneck truck month, and it's always going on.
Yo, that's hilarious.
I feel like hot girl summer sounds like herpes to me.
Yeah.
It just
Well, you know,
Yeah,
I'm a big
it's
Lil Wayne
different-
fan,
it's a-
and I was a hot boy when I was younger. So
okay.
Yeah, hot girl summer is great. I love it because
Yeah.
it is them just being like, I want to suck as much dick as possible and like be my truest whole self, and I'm gonna break dudes' hearts by making them fall in love with me. And
I encourage that.
I'm not
Yeah.
single
That's your
anymore.
right as
I
a
love my
woman.
girlfriend.
Of course.
However,
That's your right as a woman.
when I was single, bitch, try and break my heart.
Come on.
I don't have one. Let's
That's
do
it.
this
That's
all
it.
day.
I have one, but you know what? It's okay if you break it. It's not the first or last time, and lets me know I'm still alive. I feel something.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's a positive way to look at it.
Yeah.
It is,
Also,
it
I
is.
mean, I'd rather get some pussy than not get some pussy. If the benefactor is the after fact is that my heart gets broken, well, at least I got some pussy.
Well, at least.
Something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
right.
Silver lining.
It was better than not getting some pussy and having my heart intact.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, facts. I mean,
Yeah.
no, that's true. That's true.
yeah. It's okay. It's okay to cry sometimes.
That's the question. Would you rather? Would you rather get your heart broken but fuck a
Yeah.
lot, or not fuck but have a whole heart?
I want to fuck a lot. Yeah.
I think every dude
Would you
wanna
rather-
fuck a lot.
say it
Fuck a
one more
lot.
time?
Would you rather get your heart broken every time you fuck but fuck a lot, or not get your heart broken but you don't fuck?
But you don't be fucking
I'll
either.
take the first one
Yes.
because it's
Obvious, because you're fucking.
more pussy.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's the most valuable thing on the planet. All right, wars fought and won and lost over.
Yeah,
I mean, I get my heart broken every weekend.
And ladies,
that's
don't
fine,
take this
you know?
crude. Like, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Like,
Yeah.
please don't leave. I need you.
And men, we devalue dick all the time, so
Man,
it's like
we don't have to explain to them. We just look at butts.
We've
That's-
got a crime story
I'm
later
scanning
on about
butts
that one.
all the
just so you
time.
know. Okay.
And
So,
I don't even
yeah.
want to scan butts in the mall. Even when I have a girlfriend, I don't want to scan butts. I can't turn it off. I can't help it. Yeah.
I don't know. One of the weird things about like getting in a relationship was realizing I wasn't going to stop finding other women attractive, like, and just like girls just being fucking gorgeous, and because they
Don't they get prettier when you're in a
and
relationship?
they can
All the
smell
other girls
the
get prettier.
relationship on you, bro. So they're just like, hey,
Absolutely.
and you're like, please get away from me. Please don't.
Yeah.
Don't talk
You're,
to me.
you're like pressure cooking with that
go
smell.
somewhere.
They smell the
Say-
commitment like you're making avocado toast over here.
You
They're
smell
like,
it like coffee.
Also,
you smell like a boyfriend. Stay the fuck away from me.
You smell like a good dude.
also, clean dick tastes like avocado. We've covered this.
FYI.
It's real news.
Is that true?
That's what people are saying.
I mean, I don't know, but I know. Like,
Clean dick
I've been
tastes
told.
like avocado. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's debatable,
But-
but
to answer your question, I would take it. I would take the more pussy one
Yeah.
because I'll tell you, I fall in love with every pretty girl that even smiles at me. So I already get my heart broken a million times. I'm still thinking about this girl I saw at a gas station last week. I was in a tracksuit. She was in a tracksuit. She was way out of my league, but I still wanted to try. And like, we smiled. And I didn't say shit. And she saw me get my car. And I drive I won't tell you what I drive on here, but I look like.
he looks like he drives a pretty nice car.
Yeah, I look like what I drive. Okay, like you could pick what car. Take a guess. Feel free to comment on this and guess what kind of car I have. And if you get it
I
right,
think I saw it in the
I'll send you
driveway.
a
I would literally guess it even if I didn't know that's the car.
you
that
would you would be able to guess it, and I'll
Totally.
give you a free
That or a
Mikey.
Tahoe.
Yeah. I don't drink a Tahoe.
You don't drink a Tahoe?
I don't drive.
It tastes
Tahoe.
good today, though.
I used to.
Yeah, okay.
I used to drink Tahoe all the time, but I like a short hoe. But I used to drive a Tahoe. But if you guys guess right, I'll give you a free Mikey B T-shirt. You can have it. It's yours.
Shows if anyone's listening, right?
Yeah.
Yep, gang, gang.
Let's move on.
There you go.
You hold the base.
I've got your base.
I'll spin this on the shaft.
Do that finger thing you do.
Stop.
What we got?
Unpopular opinion.
We've done this one a few times. I'm going to
Okay.
spin it again because I didn't think of anything fast enough. And I make the rules.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
What is
This is yours. From like 2 weeks ago.
You said that last week, and
Yeah.
I know
I'm just
it's
gonna
not mine
always blame it on
because
you.
I don't draw my question marks like that, and I know it's not
You were
mine.
like, hey, write this. And I was like, I feel like you're going to have me write this just so you can blame it on me. Here we go.
I can literally just say, let's move on, and we will.
Okay,
but
so this one is pointing at the next one, which
that's
is
that's a lazy trope.
I know it
that's
was.
like,
I know.
You know what that is? That's like when a writer writes a show and you're invested and crazy shit happens at the end, like, diddly-loo, diddly-loo, it was a dream.
Oh,
That's all. Fuck you to the story and the audience.
That's the Riverdale right there. That's,
Yeah.
Isn't that the Fly episode on Breaking Bad?
It's the Fly episode.
Wait,
of
was
Breaking
the
Bad.
Fly? It wasn't a dream. He just went crazy. But
Yeah, it wasn't a
That
dream, but it
episode was so fucking
was a
filler,
waste.
though. It was
Yeah,
so
I
Skipped
filler.
it the last
Well,
one
it
because
was.
I binged it.
It had purpose. It did have purpose.
It had purpose, but
Oh.
that's like the whole series of Riverdale, though.
Yes.
It's just like,
I remembered something.
was it?
And since I
And
don't
then
know
you
what this
forgot.
is, we spoke about Hot Girl Summer, and the
Yes.
next segment is we'll do a quick workshop. And I was thinking about this the other day. Speaking of Hot Girl Summer, like I said this earlier. I don't know if I did it during the episode or before, but I trained my dog to say she loves me. Right? I'm so
Yeah.
lonely that I won't give her a treat till she barks when. That's how lonely I am, and it's because I'm kind of in a dry spell. Like the last time I got some was. I went to this girl's house, and when I used her bathroom, I sniffed her swimsuit that was hanging up. That's the most I've gotten. That's the last I got. Christmas is 3 days away. Okay.
Are you going
It's
to go
been a
hang out with
minute.
those friends again?
Listen.
Yeah.
You know,
She came home and caught me. So no, I'm kidding.
listen, man. Just,
She didn't catch me.
came home and caught me. Listen,
I'm kidding. She knew I
Listen,
was
man,
there.
I'm sure you'll find a nice girl celebrating Hot Girl Summer because Hot Girl Summer isn't a season. It's
a
in
state
your
of
heart.
mind. It's a state of
in
mind.
your heart.
Yeah.
It's in here.
You know,
Just
and
like-
the true lesson,
Just like
the
where I
true-
keep those panties or those swimsuits.
The swimsuit.
What you stole.
and the true treasure was
If
the
I had a
friends we made
swimsuit
along
for
the
this,
way.
that would have been. I
been
should have.
great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It wouldn't. It was too big. It wouldn't fit.
It looked like you had a big titty for a minute until it happened. Yeah.
Reminds me of straighten my shirt out.
Yeah. Unwrinkle your suit.
no booze.
Yeah. Let's move. Let's do a quick workshop. Let's get rid of
Let's
this.
do
All right.
I wanted to do a different kind of workshop. Usually we throw out new jokes and stuff, but since you and I have history and we've been looking for somewhere to tell this story for a long time,
Here we go.
Neither one of us has been able to figure out how to make this a joke.
I've done it
for,
on
like,
stage a few times, and I paint myself as the criminal because I'm honest, and I'm not a criminal, and I'm not the criminal, but I'm honest about the events, and then they already judge me before
They make you the villain. It's
Yeah.
very easy. I mean, I don't think either one of us was wrong in this situation. Okay, so listen, to set the story. Okay, all right, so boom. Let's set the story. All right, so boom.
But I don't know if you remember the history I had from before our story with this person.
I don't. Yeah, you.
Let
were
me start
saying,
that and I'll
Okay,
let you
you
chime
Are we
in.
going to mention who this person is, or we're not going?
I don't even remember her name.
Jinx.
I don't.
Cheers, my
I
G.
literally, my dry spell so bad, I was trying to remember her name the other day.
Oh no, you can't
Yeah.
be.
But I just got a
case.
nice car, so you know. But okay, so I met this chick at an open mic when I was newer. I was like a year or so into comedy, and she was nice, and she was like 20 or something like 21. She was like 22, so she's a little younger than me. But I met her at an open mic, saw her a few times. She was cool. And then one day she asked me for a ride because she heard I lived in Louisville. She's like, I'm staying at a friend's down the street from you. Can I get a ride? And it's when we were roommates back in Louisville, but y'all were like on vacation or so y'all were out of town. I was like at home by myself for a few days. And I was bored with going through your drawers because I didn't find anything cool in there.
No, we don't. We have cameras.
Yeah, well, I know. Trust me. It's the first thing I saw. So that's why I didn't keep anything I found. Anyways, so she just like, hey, what are you doing? So obviously we had sex. You know, it was fine. It was
In my
great.
bed?
It
Was
was actually
consensual?
great.
Yes.
Not in your bed. That's where we finished. But she squirted it all over it. But no, I'm kidding. Your bed's upstairs.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, no, your bed was upstairs. I'm not going to waste time with that. I'm trying to.
Hey, playing those fucking games.
Anyways, I had sex with her, and she was thick, but she wasn't like when we saw her in the next part of this story. So that happens. We had sex and we talked a few times. You know,
What
things
was
just
the
fade
time
out.
dilation between when you saw the first time and when you hit
About
me
8
up?
months.
8 months? Okay.
Which can be a weird phone call to get. You know, like 8 months later, you get a phone call. You're like,
And she called you out the blue and was like,
I'm
do
like,
you want to
this
come
is
over?
Robert. Yeah, this is Diego. Can I help you? Who are you looking for? No, I'm just kidding. It's me. No, yeah, she wasn't pregnant.
No, I know who you are. What's up?
But yeah, so like 8 months goes by, and then you want to attempt the next part of this story?
All right, so boom. Listen, we had a mic. We were at DCH, I want to say.
We were at Strokers where the bikers tried to beat us up.
Fuck, we had
The
that piece
bikers
of
tried
shit.
to beat us up literally that night, and as we were leaving, she called me.
That piece of shit bar.
We had a TV show here.
Yeah, the bar was cool, but the bikers did not want comedy there or us. They fucking hated us.
We'll get back to the story. That bar I've never been as angry as I have in that bar. Like, there was one girl.
There's like real 3%ers in there, right?
Yeah, but there was one girl who went up, and I don't really want to say her name.
No.
I know who she is.
Yeah.
She is related to a mutual friend of ours.
Fair.
Okay, tell me after because I'm gonna. Okay, yeah.
I
think I know who you're talking about, though.
It's all. But she gets up and she starts doing this joke and says the N-word no less than like 6 straight times in the joke.
I know who you're talking
Exactly.
about.
And while she's saying it, she's like, "Oh well, it's all right. You know, I'm just saying it part of the joke." And I'm the only black person in
wait,
here.
I've stopped you. She said it's okay because I let a black guy come in me.
She did say that. She did say that.
I'll say she's white. I won't say who she is either. But
She's white. Yeah. And it was. I think it was me and LaRon were the only 2 people there. The only 2 like black people there.
Yeah.
And I like
only 2 real people. We're fake. It's fine. We're so fake. We ain't
Did
even
y'all,
real people.
did y'all lock eyes immediately?
Well, yeah, and I like
Like across the room?
You would though, right? You'd be like,
I like
"Is this bitch
yelled
for real?"
out. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And she was just like, "No, I got." And then she said that shit, and I was like, and so afterwards, she finished her set. Afterwards, she comes up and she tries to like hug me. She was like, "It was a joke, Jay." I was like, "Do not fucking touch me."
No.
And really, honestly, I'm not gonna fuck you up because you're a little white girl, but I'm gonna let you know you say that joke elsewhere with certain other comedians. This is when DDT was still around.
It's gonna be a
You
problem.
say this around-
I saw her beat a man with a shoe for saying a Mexican dude for saying the N-word, and he was like, "But that's my culture." Like I grew up, and she's like, "I'm still hitting you with
I'm
my
still
shoe."
beating the shit out of you
and
with
he
my
was in
shoe.
the middle of a set on stage when she did it, and
So-
me
and-
and Dee Dee laughed and laughed. It was hilarious.
I'm like, Dee Dee will fucking, and this girl is a tiny little white girl. I was like, Dee Dee will pick you up and put you through a wall.
Yes.
Like, no concept.
Because she like technically can. It's woman on woman.
Yeah,
So,
and-
yeah.
and
She
none
will
of
turn
us
you to
will-
powder, and all the comics will snort you.
And
Okay,
none of us will
white
say
girl.
shit. None of us will say shit. We'll just snort and go on our fucking way.
yeah.
Oh,
We'll start a business that
I
night.
hated that fucking bar.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I actually told her to stop that too at another place before that. But I was like, "Hey, don't do that shit." She goes,
did
"Well,
it
you
at
can't
hat
say
tricks.
that's not your word." I
She
was like,
did it at hat trick.
"Exactly."
She did, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, anyways.
Anyway, I can't. But anyway, so we're at Shoger's. He hits me up. He comes out because we're like getting ready to go, and he's like, "Yo, so this girl just hit me up. It's over." I think he was like, "You live like in South Dallas, right?" And I was staying with my parents in like Oak Cliff, where I grew
the
up.
opposite direction.
Yeah, the opposite direction.
No, in that direction. She was in.
No,
Oh, I
it's
thought she was
in it.
okay.
No.
She was in the
He's like, you live in
It
South
was-
Dallas,
I was
right?
trying to line it up.
And he was like, "Do you want to go? This girl lives just past Oak Cliff in like Redbird or something. Would you?
Okay.
Do you want to go?" And I was
It
like,
was Duncanville.
"It was Duncanville,
Yeah, right past there. Yeah.
And I was like,
Sweet
"It's all the same
Duncanville.
area."
I remember most of my crimes happened.
And, and I was like, "Yeah, for sure." He was like, "This girl's there. Her friend." She said, "Her friend. I don't know what her friend looks like, but she said her friend was cute. Do you want?" And I'm like,
She sounded cute.
"Yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, for sure. I'm down to help Mikey B. Me and Mikey B are like attached at the hip at this point. Like,
Yeah.
we've been hanging out."
get my
since-
dick sucked.
I was
Yeah,
even
it's all
like,
good.
I already had sex with a chick before. She's like, "Hey, you guys stop and bring drinks." I was like, "It'll be fun." I was like, "Let's go drink and."
So we get down there. We go down there. We literally
Turned into some dude.
We literally get down there. We go and then we park.
Oh, I actually know the story now.
We
Yeah,
park.
Oh, he was with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is.
Oh,
We
okay.
park.
This
we
is the guy.
We
Yes.
knock on the door.
Let me take over at this point because I've been working on this
There we
part a
go.
lot.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
get there, and like first off, it's one of those houses that's like split into 2 apartments,
Fucking shotgun.
but not like side to side like a duplex or a normal person would live in.
Like someone lives upstairs and someone lives
it's like
downstairs?
a half trailer they cut and put
Oh, shit.
walls.
Yeah.
But it's like someone lives in the
So,
front and someone lives in the,
The
back.
girl lives in the efficiency unit in the back.
Okay. The
So-
mother-in-law quarters. And shit.
We pull back there. I open the door. And the chick that I had knew previously had, to say it lightly, she had tacked on some mass.
Oh,
okay. Which, whatever. I'm still game. I don't give a shit.
That's
Like,
all good.
I can find something beautiful
Hey,
in
man, food
anybody.
is good as fuck.
Yeah.
dude.
But the girl that I'm supposed to like wingman for right? First off, she doesn't. So the way the thing is set up, we walk in the room. There is a fucking.
She was an odd shape. I'll give you that.
Hold on. Let me set the because there's a bookcase. As you walk in, right? So it's like a couch to your left, a TV. There's a bookcase, and then behind that is a bed, right?
Oh.
And
Her room divider was
the bookcase.
bookshelf.
It was the
Bookshelf,
bookcase.
yeah.
And so she's like sitting behind the bookshelf in her room, right? Yeah. And she's like talking to her friend
Out there.
from behind the thing.
No, she was game. She wanted to.
But she's talking from behind the thing.
Yeah,
and
she's
then-
in the room with the bed.
And then I sit on the couch, and then she comes from behind, like from the
That's
behind
called
the
a
little
Southern
divider.
reveal.
Oh, shit.
Hello,
And-
lover.
And this girl,
Have you read To Kill a Mockingbird?
this girl was, how do I say this politely? A very nice person.
She's so nice.
I will just
So
say
sweet.
she was a sweetheart, and she was super nice to me, and she had more belly than titties. I'll say that. To be nice.
She was so
Super
nice.
nice.
So nice.
She looked like a dog,
But
like,
she
that's
was
been
just-
run through a few times with
she just
puppy farm.
wasn't.
That's
she was,
just mean.
So no. Hey, this is what I'll say. She was
And I
she
will
was
respond to
ginger.
threats.
And when you're a redheaded girl, you either come really attractive or really exactly.
Yes.
We'll
And
say really willing
the
to
opposite.
explore options.
Yeah, very accommodating, as it were. And
She'll eat your butt.
she came on the other end of that spectrum. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
She's let's just say she's rimming the spectrum.
Yuck.
absolutely.
Okay, open yourself up to
Anyway.
love for once. Anyways,
Anyway.
we come in right, and that happens, and I can just watch the disappointment wash over Jay's face because we were at a biker bar before that, where they didn't want us, and we're newer comics, and we're dying for any stage time we can get, and then I saw in his eyes that I broke this man's heart.
And
Immediately.
spirit,
I was
likely.
just so disappointed.
And she sounded cute, and like her friend wasn't all fucked up, but the girl that I was talking to, I spoke to her on the phone, like it was a phone call, it wasn't text, and I spoke to her several times on the way down there. It was like a 30-minute drive, and she sounded fine, but we get there, and she is fucked
She's
up.
absolutely smashed.
She is
Like drunk fucked
She
up.
is smashed. She is like stumbling around, and I remember what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say
before I
for
get to the
for-
meat of
for
this.
the record, I was still like, I'll take this bullet
He's a
for
good
Mikey.
friend.
I'll take it. You know what I mean?
sure.
Whatever,
Jump on the grenade, man.
Yeah,
It's for the
whatever.
team.
Like, you know.
I'm going to make you do it for me.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's
Mikey,
a bonus for me.
Because at one point they go
You're
to
falling
the,
in love.
Put it on my plate. Yeah,
one
I'm
point-
marrying this bitch.
At one point they do the girl thing where they're like, we're gonna go to the restroom, and they go together. And Mikey looks at me and he's like, are you?
No, you're missing a key part of why they went to the restroom.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But like, I'm just saying, like, you looked at me and you were like, are you still good? And I was like, if you want to do this, I got you. I got
That's
you.
right.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stick with you on this.
That's right.
brother right there.
I forgot.
That's
we
a
had,
brother.
We had
Definitely.
that heart to heart. We had that cock to cock talk real quick.
Yes.
Because she was still going to suck your dick.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
and
I mean,
I was like, listen,
the good thing
you know
about
what I mean?
when she sucks your dick, she's facing down.
Hey,
Is that terrible? Is that terrible? Okay. Well, anyways, so they come back from the bathroom, right? And like they're talking or whatever, and like we kind of put a little separation. I'm talking to this chick, and I'm just like gauging and realizing how, because I was a little drunk too. That was back like when I would drink before I'd go up.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing like how more fucked up this chick is than me, and like. One, it's annoying. She's aggressive.
You're like, I'm
And
already
it's just-
fucked. Fucked up, and this bitch is even more fucked up than me.
I felt a little bad because she was fucked up. I mean, even though we had sex before and she called me, it's not like I was like
Well, it's not like she
chasing
had
her
her
down.
10-year-old sleeping in the other room
Yeah.
or something like that. I mean,
So the next part, he was seven. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She was breastfeeding him when we came in, and I was like, "Oh, you got mixers, nice."
nice. I love white Russians.
It was a little chunky, but that's okay. He likes blue cheese.
milk is coming back.
little chalky.
No, so they come back, and that's going on, and this chick, she's like doing the drunk girl thing, like, let's play music, let's dance, let's sing, and she's just fucked up, and she's drinking red wine, like,
Yeah, and her friend is like clearly embarrassed by her, like trying so hard.
There was a friend sober.
Her friend,
she was like lightly buzzed. She wasn't as fucked up as
She
her.
was nowhere. She was like having drinks, but she wasn't like fucked up. She was like cognizant. She was just like we were having like she wasn't, like I said, she was a very nice girl.
Yeah.
We were having a full on great conversation.
She's like, I'm going to remember this
yeah,
experience.
we were
not
having
my
a dope
friend.
conversation. Like
I can't stress how nice and cool that other chick was, though. Like, I almost would have traded at one point if you were willing to actually
absolutely
jump
not.
on a grenade and let it explode on you.
absolutely not that grenade, because that grenade ends up with me in jail.
She is belligerent, right? This chick is belligerent that I'm talking to, and she spills her red wine, and the chick had white shag carpet, which I thought was a weird choice for a half house efficiency kind of place.
Trying to
but
be
she spills
bougie.
her red wine, and the other friend's
Duncanville.
already like trying to corral her because she starts to get louder and louder. She spills her red wine, and she gets mad, and then they go in the bathroom again. They're arguing, and I look at Jay, and I already know that I broke his heart, and I'm like, it's already enough just to be here at this point. And I looked at him, I was like, Dukes of Hazards, fuck out of here.
And I was like,
There go them goddamn Duke boys again.
He was like, go. I was like, tactical. Let's go before they get back. I was like, let's just get out of here. It'd be easier. And we started to go. And when we pulled in, we were in separate cars. Jay, I pulled in first. Jay parked behind me. And I saw a sign that said dead end. So I was like, go this way when you back out. He backs out, goes the wrong way.
I go the
shit.
wrong way. Because I
You thought he said go that way.
well, yeah, I misheard. So I like back
Adrenaline
out
was
and
up.
boom.
We were pulling a mission.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we were-
And then he backs out and go. And when I see him back out, I'm like, oh, I fucked up.
you guys are like squealing
Right.
tires
Yeah.
and shit, right?
So
But-
Jay's like, I'm going to go turn around. And I leave, and I stop at a gas station.
Is this? No, you're right.
Yeah, I stop at a gas station, and Jay calls me. And like, first off, I had just got this new Rangers hat. It was a snapback, and it was dope. It was like red and yellow and
Real
black.
nice.
It was dope. Like, I haven't found another one like it. And I left it there when I got there. But I was like, fuck it. It's spoils of war, baby. That's her. That's her
Some
hat.
soldiers are going to get lost.
But
man,
I really
you know?
wanted that hat. But so Jay calls me.
So backtrack
explain
on,
this
on, the
part,
other,
'cause
on the other
it's-
side. So when I realize I go the opposite way, I see it's a dead end. I immediately go dark. So I turn off all my lights.
Oh, shit.
And I pull a U-turn like in the dead
Like
end.
you're
right?
about to fucking, like,
'Cause I'm
pull
like,
up.
I'm
Yeah.
like, all right. So hopefully this
Trying to
girl
pull
just
out.
doesn't see my car, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like a gray car. It blends in with the darkness. There's
Does she already
literally-
recognize you, like greet you guys and know your cars and all that?
I don't know if she saw our cars, but she
She did at one point.
right the second half of the story. But so she literally sees I literally am like trying to creep up, just inch up, right? And I get to about
I would have fucking
equal with her.
He's trying to be like casual.
yeah,
you know?
and then I get into about
just driving,
equal
not
with,
run away from the scene
I
of
get
the
to
crime.
about
Not who
equal
you're looking for.
with her car or with her house, and I turn on my lights because I'm about to peel off. And as I turn on my lights, she's standing dead in front,
right in front of you.
Like a goddamn movie.
Like you almost scream. You're like, ah!
I like
And I'm
jerked.
sorry. Classically, they kill the black guy first in movies, and if I was you, I would have been very worried.
I was like,
Yes.
this man, Mikey, set me the fuck up, bro.
Fuck, and where is he?
So
You're in a Jordan Peele movie right now.
She comes to my window and starts like banging on it, and I lower and I'm like, "Yo, what's up?"
Didn't you
And
play chicken with her at first? Like she wouldn't
Yeah,
move.
she would. She would. So I'm like trying to go around her. She jerks one way, I jerk her one, and and then she comes to my window and she's like banging on it, and I'm like. I lower the window and I'm like, yo, what's up? And she's like, so you were just gonna fucking leave us? You're just gonna leave? Come through and leave? And I'm like, nah, what did I say? I was like, nah, we're just going to get some like cigarettes or something. I lied. I was like, we're just going to go to the store and get some. We're going to go get some chasers.
Also, she hops in his car. She
did. She walked around.
She immobilized Jay.
She reached in because I had the window cracked, and she like reached in before I could like open pull up the window and like press the unlock button, and then like open the door. And I was like, so as I'm trying to go close the door, she like runs around to the other side, opens that door, and like slides in, and she's like, call Mikey right now. Call him right
This
now.
bitch knows what she's doing.
Well, she probably has been in Altima, which is a white girl Benz. So I mean, she had experience with Nissan for sure.
I wasn't in an Altima, for the record. I was in a Hyundai Sonata. But
I was trying to mask your identity, but it's fine.
Whichever
I
the
don't
next
have that car
whichever
now.
the next
That's
cheapest
fine.
one
I don't
was,
have
yeah.
that car now.
But if charges come, you should still just lie about the car. But
Yeah, I've told the color
So-
and the make and model of the car. But
they call me. She's in his car, and I can tell that I'm on speaker when I answer. And I stopped at the gas station, like the end of their block, is I was waiting for Jay so I could apologize
That's the
and talk
spot.
to him about it.
Meet me at the spot,
Maybe
right?
buy him a soda and we'll talk about it, and go down to the Hop and have an ice cream at the social. I don't know. Anyways, he calls.
Kind of vibe, right? Yeah.
He calls as I'm rolling up my sleeves with a pack of cigarettes in it. No, but he calls and basically he's trapped.
Yeah,
And
I'm like, well, I do the dude thing where I'm like, hey yo, where you at, bro? The girls is looking for the mixers. And,
Yeah.
and he's like,
You're like trying to wink through the phone.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I'm getting them now. I'll be back at like 5, and I'm like,
she
all right.
she grabs the phone. She's like, "Where'd you go?" She is fucked up. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know how she got more fucked up after she spilled the wine, but she is like belligerent, even more so than before. And she's like, "Where'd you go?" I was like, "Oh, I went to get condoms."
Oh.
I don't know why I thought that's just what I said.
like,
And
"Good."
She goes, "Good. We're gonna need them. Get a bunch." And I was like, "Oh fuck! I actually don't want to use a condom, or I mean, I don't want to have sex with her."
Not like I don't want
I
to
do.
have the need
I
to
will
use
use.
one.
Yeah.
We promote condom usage here.
And plus, so I went back to get Jay because no man left behind. Plus, I really wanted that hat back. So I get back, and when I get there, her friend switches places with her and jumps in Jay's car. So they're talking in the car, and this chick, we go inside.
And she was so nice. You're like, all right, well, this is better than when we were at
Well, yeah,
before,
because
right?
me and that girl, she's like, I'm so sorry about my friend. Like, da da da. I know this isn't what you expected. Da da da. I don't know what she told you. I'm still down to hook up if that's what you're about.
Very
and I was
forward.
and I was like, hey,
So Jay went down on her.
Do not lie on me like that.
I don't know. I was inside. I couldn't see. You got to the windows too. So.
Absolutely not. No, I was just like, hey man, I'm very flattered, but like, I think I'm just gonna go home. And she was like, yeah, no worries. And then
You broke her
Like,
heart.
thank
dude.
you.
yeah, it was. I was trying to be very polite. I was like, hey, listen, this has been a night. I just got trapped by your drunk friend after I got bamboozled by one of my good friends. This is not.
It's like it's not that I don't want to fuck you. I'm just I'm just
didn't.
not going
I did
to.
not. I
you
did
know?
not. I'm not even gonna hold you. If that makes me the villain, so be it. Call me Lex Luthor.
You're like the fucking the mustache. Like,
You know what I mean?
Fucking monocle.
I'm not gonna fuck you.
He had his own railroad spikes. He's tying someone to a rail in the
I
front
know
yard.
you want this dick.
I know it's pretty, baby, but I didn't bring it up for air.
I'll never.
So speaking of villains, I go inside with this chick, right? And they're outside in this car talking. We go in, and this chick turned into a different person. She got to that level of drunk where you're like villainous, and she's not loud anymore, and it's even more scary.
Like you're like, what's gonna happen next?
Like we go in and I find my hat first. So put that on so don't forget it. And I sit down, and we're just sitting there, and it's quiet. I'm like, so what's up? And she's like, she goes, she sits there and she doesn't answer him. I was like, so what's up? And she goes, I hate you. Right?
You're like,
I was like, I smiled. I couldn't help it. I was trying not to laugh. And I was like, you want me to leave? I'll go.
she wanted to hate fuck.
And she goes, again, she takes a deep breath. She goes, I want you to stay here and be a man. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be a man with you.
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. This ain't Mulan.
I stood there for a second, like contemplating if there's weapons near her, and I was like, so I'm gonna go. Like I'm gonna go home now. We're leaving.
You're
I'm
like taking the
night's
reins here now on this one.
Yeah, I'm like, you can have the towel. I'm throwing it in. You probably need it because you spilled a bunch of drinks. But I was like, I'm done. So I'll go outside, and she's like, fine, get out of here. She's like, she's like a drunk. Like, I don't remember that's from the rundown with the rock with the monkey and he's paralyzed.
Yeah.
He's like, get out of here, monkey. She's like, "Ah!" She scattered me out of the house like a fucking whooped dog. So I get out of the house. She shoved me in the back too, and I was just like,
so at this time, he's parked behind me. He's parked behind me in the driveway. So he comes out. The girl that's in my car.
I apologize to her friend. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. She's like, no, it's my friend. She's
so
fucked
sweet.
up.
You were so sweet.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm sorry. There's a mess and all that. She's like, no, it's fine. I was like, but hey, we're gonna go before
Anything pops off.
your friend murders me because she's talking like she's possessed
it's in
right
the
now.
cards. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, oh, she's doing the low talking drunk thing. I was like, you got to get out of my friend's
You know
car. We
her
gotta
so
go.
well.
I was like, we got to go. It was her house. It wasn't the other chick's house.
No, I understand.
So we do that. I back out, and I back way out to give Jay room and to also block the road so he doesn't go the wrong way again. He backs out. He leaves. I put it in drive and I start to go, and this chick comes running. I just
like
go.
Terminator 2?
Terminator
2?
I see her running
open-handed and shit.
as I'm
Open-handed.
backing out is when she starts running out the thing. So I peel the fuck off because I see her coming. I'm like, you're not. Once is one thing. You're not getting me
she
twice.
wasn't slowing down.
She's
Like,
track starring and shit now.
She was open, running like when you see those people do like when they qualify for the Olympics.
Absolutely.
And they run as hard as they can because their whole life is this moment. She fucking flojoed on out to the street from around. I watched her. She was in full motion coming around the house, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Like you're scared.
I hit the gas. And I have one of those cars like yours where the engine dies and it has to start again. So I get up and she gets in front of me and we play chicken for a minute. I'm like, I don't even roll the window down. I'm like, she knows the one. I'm like, I'm going to go. And she like charges at my car like a bull, dude.
Fuck.
And I had that new car when I got hit in, but she charged at my car. I was like, what the fuck? And so I start to go and she moves a little. So I go. And at the last second, she jumps in front of my car and I hit her with my car.
Yeah.
She fell down. She actually didn't get hurt. I was scared that I like ran over her foot because I like hit her.
You stopped and checked on
and
her?
she got no, I didn't. But
I just like to assume she was fine.
no, I'll talk to the cops if I need to. Okay, so I had to like hit her and like run her over. I hit her and she kind of like with the front corner of my car. She like bounced to the side.
You like probably like herniated a few discs or something. You know,
I just lowered her to right.
It just left a bruise.
She's taller on the left side now. No, but I hear her streak down my car like that. You know, like when you scrape your hand across something like a car. It's like, I heard that squeak. And I was like, oh, fuck. And like, I called Jay. I'm like, just keep going. And we pull over a few exits down the highway.
At the same gas station, just pull up.
Well, you're certain she's not running after you anymore.
Well, far enough that a human can't run that far. So like 7 miles. I Googled it.
I got up to like 50 driving.
We pull over, and her friend actually calls me before I get there, and and it's like she apologizes again or whatever. And I talk to her friend, and then I had to. I was like,
I'm so sorry. And if your friend wants to come back, still,
I was like, so how's your friend doing? Is she okay? She goes, yeah, she's inside. Why? And I was like, oh, did she mention anything? She goes, yeah, I saw you hit her with your car. And I was like,
now there's a witness.
I was like, yeah, about that. I had to. So
you saw?
But she goes, no, she's fine. She's like, no, she like rolled over. She kind of just fell. She's like, she didn't hurt her or anything. She's fine.
Didn't hurt anything that was already hurt.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thank God. So me and Jay pull over and talked about it for probably like an hour.
Yeah, we were just chopping it
tripped
up.
out.
Yeah, I feel like it just. Just told so much, but that's not the end of the story. Like I know the chick's fine, and I know that for a fact because about a year, like 10 to 14 months later, I'm with a new girlfriend. I just moved in with her.
Oh, this is when you're living with.
Don't say the name, please. You say it 3 times, she'll be back in my life. Don't say it. But
like Candyman, right?
Don't even say that.
Yeah.
No, she loved candy. No, I'm kidding. But one morning. And it was when I had to work from home, but I would actually get up and do my job.
Sure.
So like 8:30 in the morning, I'm laying in bed, but I'm not like up and around. I get a phone call from a number I don't recognize, and I thought we had numbers call us all the time for that job. So I thought maybe it was a customer. I was like, oh, so I have money on the line. Get up.
Hey.
So I answer the phone. And as soon as I answer the phone, I hear, Mikey, I'm so sorry I made you hit me with your car. I love you. Please come back.
She was clearly fucked up again.
I was like, how is she still fucked up?
Yeah.
At first I didn't
That's
recognize.
how she is.
At 8:30 in the morning. Time out. Can we just acknowledge 8:30 in the morning?
And I had a new number because I covered my tracks.
So
and she's like, I tracked you down. I made so-and-so give me your number. This is so-and-so. Because I didn't know who it was. I was like, what the fuck is this?
At 8:30. Like when I hear the birds, that's it.
I thought she was still drunk from 14 months ago.
She
I was like, did I knock that bitch into a portal?
She just kept drinking to keep the pain away.
I hit her so hard I opened a rift in time.
Oh my God.
But she's like, I love you. Please come back. I was like, bitch, I left there a year ago. What are you talking about?
I don't know you, bitch.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Wrong number, absolutely.
I fucking knocked her into the MCU or something. I hit her hard.
Like she obviously had some head trauma. Yeah.
But no, she was like, she just kept saying that. I was like, hey, look, don't call this number. I have a new girlfriend and I moved on. Send me nudes. I'll talk to you later. No, but I was like, hey, I have a new girlfriend. I'm in love. Please don't contact this number. We live together. You could ruin my life. And she's like, okay, I'm sorry. Bye. Love you. And hung up.
She's gonna call you in like 3 months, bro.
Dude,
We've said
for the last 3 months I was hoping she would call. I'm lonely.
I was going to say, honestly, she probably would have been a better pan out than the fucking relationship. So.
Yeah, that relationship.
She's the only constant in my life. She's the only contact I still have.
Oh God, man.
Yeah. But that's a story. That's a good story, right?
That's hilarious.
I cannot make it work for stage yet. I've been working on it.
I haven't figured out.
That was like what, 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah,
so many pieces to it. It's so much.
I can tell you that was in the beginning of 2017 because I just got that car, and that's when I bought it, and I soon wrecked it towards the later beginning of
Not
2017.
your fault. Yeah,
not my fault, but I think that's a great story, and I want to find a way to work it. I'm glad we finally got a version
was it
of it.
2017? No, because I was gone by 2017.
2016?
2016. It was definitely 2016. Yeah, because I got here in 2015, and then it would have been 2016 when we.
I remember the next day when you had told me about it. You were just like, yeah, look, there's still a print of her on my car.
That's right.
There
was a sausage grease film in the shape of a hand scraped down my car.
You can see her arm on the windshield, the arm like hand thing, and then it slid on the side of the.
It's like
window.
a high five
like
with my car.
Slenderman fingers and shit.
But down the side of my car in the back too, there was like you saw where it stopped, and there was a clear. I could have lifted her fingerprints and framed her for a job or something. But yeah, that shit's wild, and I want to be able to tell. I'm glad we got a good version. I'm glad you were here to do it.
God, man,
you're welcome. Merry Christmas, everybody.
We've been sitting on that story for like 5 years, man.
We're after that crime. We're still going to do another crime story because we know that's all you guys give a shit about is crime. Because now it's time for some crime stories.
Ooh. Time for crime stories, bitch. Bitch. Time for crime stories, bitch.
So, Florida man accused of traveling 1,000 miles to cut off the penis of a romantic rival.
I would walk 1,000 miles just to chop that penis off your lover.
Oh my God!
Go
some
ahead.
Florida man shit. Yeah,
it's Florida shit.
I live in Florida, so I mean, I believe him.
Justin Foster sounds like a dick chopper.
Oh man, white dude. That's what.
There's a comic named Justin Foster. Yeah, Justin Foster.
I don't think
really.
He might have been after me.
What if it's the same one?
He's a headliner.
What if it's the same one?
No, I think he lives somewhere else.
1,000 miles away.
But if it is him, he's gonna not like this episode.
All right. Well, he's accused of booking a flight, renting a car, and then he went and attacked a man for dating a former girlfriend of his.
Jesus, that's dedication, bro.
That is.
That's commitment.
So why would you go?
I have questions. Did you use points? Because, like, at what point?
I mean, you want to find the cheapest way possible to get this comedy.
What airline did he fly?
Come on,
These are
man.
the questions, bro.
It's almost 2022. I'm just hooked up from earlier. Anyways, it's almost 2022. You either got to be earning points or using points. What are you doing, son? Get in the game.
Where's your internet money?
I also want to know, what airline did you use?
Money?
Were you comfortable? Was it COVID friendly? Like, what are we doing?
Were the protocols all in place? Did you have a good experience?
Did you
give it a
check the bag?
5-star
Because,
review?
oh God, if you flew Spirit to chop off another guy's dick, that's a level of crazy I can't even abide by.
I feel like you gotta fly Spirit, dude.
No, because you're going to
You're
jail,
losing your
bro.
spirit.
You're going to jail.
I've had my last 5 flights with Spirit were excellent. It's only $30 to pay to get the seat you want. You pick the front seat. There's only 2, and you got 3 times the leg room.
I refuse to do that shit. What I do is I just walk up. If I get there early enough, I'll walk up and be like, "Hey, has anyone volunteered to sit in the emergency rows? I'd like to volunteer for that.
Present
duty."
myself to have that room, please.
And so,
You know,
sometimes
if you-
that works. Sometimes.
Did you know
I'm gonna
that?
try that.
Well, think about this. If you only eat steak, you can only afford a few steaks. But if you eat bologna, you're fed for life, baby.
For life.
I'm
You
down
got
here on
plenty
the
of
bottom,
bologna.
living like a goddamn king.
Listen. You can say that, but I now have the points on American Airlines steaks to afford constant American Airlines steaks.
So if you wanted to travel 1,000 miles to chop a dude's dick off, it'd be pretty affordable.
Well, I would be able to sit first class because I know I'm going to jail after that.
Is that
Make
all-
it the best flight you ever had,
That's what I'm
right?
saying, bro.
Yeah.
Listen. If I'm going to,
You're not having a kosher meal.
Now, is it dick chop life, you think?
That's assault with a deadly weapon. You know what I mean?
Let's find out.
At minimum.
Also, is it a lot to like? She's with someone else and you're 1,000 miles away. Is it a little much to chop a dude's dick off? Even if, like, say he fucked her in your bed, chopping a guy's dick off, like.
You ain't never gonna fuck nobody.
I mean,
again.
yes, it is a lot, but also we don't know the context. You know what I mean? That could have been his best friend.
He's very in love. It could have been some. Well, let's find out.
Let's
so,
hear the context.
Florida man, blah blah blah. Accused traveling across the country, brutally attacked the man. He's been granted $1 million bond. First off, so he's out of jail, able to chop dicks again if he felt like it.
Well, so he had the $1 million.
He somehow put it up. That would have been $100,000.
There's crazy rich people in Florida.
Yeah.
You never know.
It's crazy.
Shit. And he's from Chicago, Illinois. He traveled 1,000 miles.
But so he went to Florida. I thought you said he came from Florida.
I messed up the story. Yes, no, he went from Florida to Illinois. That's where he ended up going.
Which Illinois, south or north?
Just the one.
Okay,
and
it's not Illinois.
Yes, there's no plural. It's just the one Illinois.
I feel like it's West Illinois.
Okay. And so the Cook County, Illinois judge set a bond for Justin Foster. He's 28, of Tallahassee. Came from Tallahassee.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Now
that makes so much sense.
I've met some of the
Northern Florida
silliest motherfuckers.
I lived all over Florida, but no, Tallahassee's like in the middle though, so they got no ocean water to wash the swamp out of their hair, so they go crazy.
Initially, he was held on no bond since his arrest in August, but this past Thursday, the decision was that he could indicate a trial is close, and they granted him the bond, and he came up with the collateral. Foster's accused of driving to Atlanta. This is where he went. He drove to Atlanta so that he could fly to Chicago, where he rented a car and drove to Des Plaines. You know Des Plaines?
Des Plaines,
yeah. To confront 26-year-old man who was dating his ex. Prosecutors claim that Foster attacked that man on the street. Like randomly, he like fucking scouted this dude out, stalked him.
He just pulled up on a dude.
He did. We didn't just pull up. No, he fucking was watching this dude.
How far is Des Plaines from Chicago? Is it suburb?
Is you know where Skokie is?
No.
You know when
the only thing I know about Skokie is from Wayne's World movies and from
that's Aurora. That's Aurora. So
okay, remember, then the other Tommy
Brown's
Boy.
Chicken. Remember Brown's Chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, right there on Howard Street.
Yeah.
And the next town was Evanston.
Yeah.
The next
I remember.
the next town after that is Skokie, and the next town after that is Des Plaines.
Oh, so
it's by Evanston. That's like the 45 minutes.
It's the Waxahachie of Chicago.
From Chicago, from like the outskirts of Chicago.
Well, Evanston touches the very farthest north point of Northside Chicago, Rogers Park. That's the area I'm
But
from
it's a
Chicago.
suburb. It's way out there.
Yeah, Evanston.
But you can get pulled up on Evanston.
Oh, man, it's very city.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around. Don't sleep on Evanston.
You lose 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Don't do it. Evanston will fuck you up. It's right there by Jonquil Terrace. They
so
fucking
from
around.
Chicago to Des Plaines is 28 minutes with no tolls. Okay. That's what I do.
From like downtown or
from
central
downtown,
Chicago,
yes. From Loop, Chicago.
From downtown to another side of Chicago is 28 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, wasn't just driving down Clark fucking 4 miles took fucking 28 minutes?
My GPS, it was 28 minutes, 4 miles. We were trying to get to like Laugh Factory from Rogers Park, and it was like 36 minutes, 3 miles.
Stop sign. Like every fucking
liquor store, gun store.
This is on the highway. This is on I-90.
You know, growing up in Chicago, I never drove on the interstate. It was always just the streets. Never drove the interstate. If you're like, whoa, the fucking highway, I don't fuck with that.
You piece of trash.
I know. Northside garbage.
High speed, that's for kings. I'm a peasant.
You fucking plebe.
All right, 26-year-old man, blah, blah, blah. Hit him in the head. Okay, so he hit him in the head with a tire iron when he fucking stalked him. He fucking rolled up on him, hit him with a tire iron, and then he fucking opened his pants and chopped his dick off.
On the street?
Right on the street.
God damn.
Just fucking decocked him right on the street.
So, once again, a lot of questions here. Like, still, I need to know what he was flying. What size car did he rent? Like, you got to do it in luxury.
Did he do compact or did he get like a full size?
If he went national, he can actually choose any car on the lot. To be honest with you.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
You know,
what if he pulled up in a Mini Cooper? Then undicked a dude in Evanston. That's the name of this episode. Undicked a dude in Evanston.
He showed up
undicked in Evanston.
He showed up in a Honda Odyssey.
You're not worried. You think it's a couple of Hindus are going to jump out with some flip flops, and you're like, "Oh shit, you're what?" Okay.
And Chicago, that's okay to say.
And then
I was raised with Hindus and Assyrians and all that. Yeah, that's their religion.
My third question, and this is the most important. What did he use to de-dick this man?
Hopefully not that tire iron.
The tip of the tire iron? Shit! That's like a fucking spoon.
That's not an Allen key. Oh, he's got a star head.
keep spinning. And
You know, in
spinning
Chicago,
until
you
the
find
friction.
fucking beer bottles on the ground everywhere, so you probably picked one up, fucking broke it. And
He just kept spinning and spinning like 3-6 Mafia. When was this? How long ago was this?
this was, it was last year, and then it was just this year that he got some
In the
bond.
middle of a pandemic, he did that. That's wild, bro.
That's literally, if I lose my dick, it's the end of the world. Just kill me,
If
bro.
he did it last summer, that means this man wore a mask
Yep.
and
Hid his identity. Probably could have even got away with it.
maybe a shield on a plane.
Oh, shit.
Took
yeah.
the plane to the thing.
Premeditatingly knowing that he's probably going to crack
Could you
this
know-
guy over the head, cut his dick off.
Just
He had to
driving?
buy. You have to buy the weapon in Chicago because you can't fly with the weapon.
Let me ask you this: What if?
Well,
what
it's
if?
a
What
gun.
if the
you can get
flight?
a knife anywhere?
What if the
You
flight?
can't take a knife on
No,
a
but
flight.
I'm saying you can get it in Chicago.
Yeah,
any of the
yeah,
Indian
yeah.
stores or liquor stores or
Yeah.
anything like
Yeah.
that. Like, let me ask you this: What if
Next
the
to
flight,
the weed pipes
what
and
if
the crack pipes.
Yeah. What if the flight was so bad that that's what made him decide to fuck?
He was
just
gonna
gonna
punch
go
this
talk
guy.
to him. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, God damn, Delta losing my language?
What if he was
Don't
supposed
expect
to have
luggage to arrive. I
Fucking
know the
Spirit.
acronym.
Fucking
What
spirit.
if he was supposed to have a full size car, ended up with an economy car? It's all the pieces that fell together. Red light, red light, red light in Chicago. I mean,
I bet what happened is he did fly Delta, which notoriously loses luggage, and they
don't
lost
expect luggage to arrive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They lost his dick, and he's like, well, I'll take yours then.
So after he cut off the dick, he threw it over a fence nearby in an apartment.
He just chucked a wiener.
Just chucked.
He fucking
He chucked up the deuce
That's
from the
man-
knob to the sack.
I'll cheers you on that one.
Yeah, that's
That's
great.
pretty
That's
good. I like that. Nice.
You can't just fucking go wiener chucking in a neighborhood, dude. What if a
Man.
kid finds that?
That man has
What
a
if a
poster.
kid finds that dick? Imagine being a little kid in your yard playing with like your big wheels, and you run over or something. You're like, oh, I'm stuck on a rock, and you go to grab it, and it's a full man's penis.
Hey, Mom, what's this?
It's like it's like that scene in
That's what your father
what is
doesn't
that
have.
fucking movie where the four kids they're like walking on the train tracks. And then
Oh,
he's
the
like,
fucking
you-
the old movie
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me.
It's
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to see a dead body, but instead of hey, you want to see a cut off penis.
yeah, bro, let's go.
You want to emasculate my dad?
And then the local fucking like older kids are like, "Hey, you leave that fucking dick right there, bro."
That is a neighborhood like ghost store. It's like if you stand in here, you can feel his dick.
That's our neighborhood mushroom tip, bro. What are you doing?
I can
You know?
already imagine some kid standing in his yard, and the new kid on the block's like, "Why don't we play with Tommy?" And we're like, "That's dick touching Tommy. He touches dicks. We don't play with him."
Unless you want him to steal your dick. All right. Well, he's also accused of carving his initials into the victim's legs too. So I mean,
Like one in each, or both on each, or
it
both
could
on
have been
one.
both on each, or each on.
What's his initials?
What was it? JF. Remember
What's his name?
Justin Foster.
Justin. Oh
Yo,
yeah, that's
your
right.
buddy.
Yo,
Yeah.
this says so much about like the Chicago police force for you to have enough time. To
Hey, if
chop
you're not
off,
downtown
some
murdering and
dick
selling coke, they don't
and
have
then,
time for
like,
you, dude.
Carve in your name. That means this man had the time. He was-
You know, listen, being raised in Chicago, I got to tell you, man, you got plenty of time to commit crimes out
Dude,
there.
I'll
bro.
tell you one thing.
Plenty of
I
time.
mean, I can imagine.
Jason
I grew up
and
in
I-
Oak Cliff, and I know what DPD's response
Never
time
see
is. It's
cops, bro.
ridiculous.
Unless it's murder or cocaine, they don't give a shit.
No, a cop will roll by and be like,
DPD don't care about cocaine or murder.
they just care about Facebook and fucking
They
doing
just
work
care
on their
about them
computer.
not getting murdered
Yeah.
because people are crazy. Jason
Well, yeah.
took me to Chicago. Like he's raised there. I'm not from there. And Jason and I went to Chicago, and we went through all the different neighborhoods. When
We did the
Southside got
real-
some barbecue,
the real tour.
And then
Yeah.
the last night we were there, we got a nice room at the Mile North. We're downtown.
Yeah,
and it's really nice. And you can't smoke in there. It's like a high rise, right? So, and this is before like they have legal weed now. I ducked into an alley. I think Jason was like taking a shower, but I was downstairs, and I was gonna smoke a cigarette, and I was like, I want to get high, so I just dug into an alley, and I'm lighting a bowl, and I look up, and there's a cop across the street, and he's just staring at me. He's just looking at me. He watches me light this bowl and hit it, and I'm like coughing, and I look around like I like literally did cartoon eyes. I was Scooby Doo. I was like, huh? And he looks at me, and he just goes, and went about his business. Just
Yeah,
kept on
got it.
going.
So I'll smoke it again.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, well, that's
Yeah, I mean, like
my kind of
they don't
town
care.
right here.
They
Yeah,
don't give a flying fuck.
yeah.
The bloody victim was left behind a parked car in the street. This is right in the street. Okay. He survived the attack after a citizen found him, was able to get him transported to the hospital. Was he like, hey, but get my dick?
Get my dick. Yeah.
Where's my dick? I'm going to need my dick.
I got one other big favor to
Huge
ask.
favor.
Can somebody
Yeah.
grab
It's
my
actually
dick?
Well, it's not that big of a favor,
Yeah,
but
it's an average favor.
It's a moderate sized favor, okay?
it's a pleasable favor.
It's cold in Illinois, all right? It's a big favor if we were in Texas, okay?
So I had a boner when it was chopped off. It should be good sized.
No, I was soft. So take that. And then I was in the pool a couple days ago, so take that.
However you want.
So it's determined that he suffered permanent brain damage stemming from the tire iron attack.
I think if
Obviously,
you get your dick cut off, you're going to have some kind of brain damage.
Foster allegedly drove back to the airport and flew back down south after the attack. Got in his car in Atlanta and drove back home to Tallahassee, Florida. Just like that.
He's like, well, didn't even stay the night.
I don't even think he got a fucking flat pizza or anything.
nothing.
Fucking he didn't do nothing.
He didn't get a
Didn't get a puff.
He
No
definitely didn't.
Giordano's, nothing.
He had
bro.
no time for a deep dish.
No, you got to wait 45 minutes for
He
that.
didn't even
son
have
of a bitch.
enough
Hell no.
time to argue with them of why you need ranch with your pizza, which is a real thing that they
Yo,
never believe me about.
They don't. Like,
They
people
get
up
so
north
mad.
will fight you, bro.
We went to Giordano's my first time, and it was excellent. Deep dish anywhere else is just ass, and which I eat ass, but not deep dish from anywhere else. But I asked them for a ranch, and the pizza was good. And the lady looks at me, she goes, "What, do you got a fucking salad in your pocket?" And I was like, "Yeah, can I just have some ranch, please?"
Yo, they will fight you. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like talking to Joey about that shit where he's just like, ranch on pizza. And I'm like, yeah, did your mom not love you as a child? Like,
she
what
doesn't.
What are you gonna do? Put blue cheese on your fucking pizza, bro?
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean-
They're like, well, the pizza is perfect. Nothing is perfect.
oh,
bitch.
one of those. One of those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Nothing.
Like
is
if you got to
perfect.
put ketchup on your steak, I fucking made the steak and I still want to put ketchup on it. It's fine, you know.
I'll eat my shit how I want to eat my shit.
Yeah.
Mind your own goddamn business, bro.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
So go
Me
get
and
me
my
the
fucking
ranch.
pizza the way I fucking want, bitch.
Oh, another just quick thing from Chicago. We were driving. We rented a car when we went there, and we were driving around. And like for some reason, there's a lady on the street, and I'm like a tourist, but he showed me the real Chicago. So we're like,
Yeah, but don't talk to that bitch.
we're in a neighborhood, but he's driving. I'm on the passenger side. I'm like, let me just ask her for directions. Let me ask this lady a question. I pull up on this Puerto Rican chick, and she's like yelling. She's like on her phone, and I was like, hey, excuse me, ma'am, do you know where so and so is? And she turns around and looks at me. She goes, yeah, I got a pussy. So what? Fuck you. And spits at me. And I was like, have a nice day.
I was like, oh man, I was like, home sweet home.
Jason's like, welcome to Chicago.
Fuck yeah,
Chicago
dude.
shit.
Yeah. That was great. I actually, you know what? That made me like Chicago more. I was
Yo,
like, I
listen.
fucking fuck with this city.
I like that they weren't nice to us.
Yeah.
You know?
That was
I
like
got the
when
real-
when
Wow.
I first got to when I first I lived in New York for a brief period, and when I first went up there, I used to work in the Bronx, and, I remember seeing some dude, yo, who the fuck you looking at, man?
Yeah, son.
And I was like, yeah. Hey, B, where the fuck you going, dead ass, B? I put my foot right up to fuck your ass. Like,
Yeah. Like,
Dude,
I was just standing here waiting for the bus, bro.
Of course.
I was living in Brooklyn.
I love the scumminess of big cities like that. And I wanted to ride the subway. Not just, I wanted to ride the L2, but we rode the subway. And I remember, do you remember this chick was beating up her boyfriend?
Yep.
And no, she was like in front of me. I was facing the back of the train. She found something in his phone. Of course, I'm snooping like a motherfucker, and she's like screaming at him and like punching him. And he ain't doing shit. You can tell
just taking it.
that she definitely elbow cucked this man.
Oh, yeah.
And she's yelling.
Got that man by the weenus.
Need to bring her to my island.
But she's like yelling at him, punching him, and I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm smiling, and I'm enjoying it. And she just stops, and she looks at me, and she goes, "Oh fuck you, looking at fat boy." I went like that. I was like, "Huh." I was like, I turned around, and I just pulled my phone out, and I started just like recording it, and I was like, that shit was hilarious. It was beautiful. It's a beautiful city,
Chicago's
dude.
a wonderful city.
I love
It's a
it,
wonderful
dude.
place.
So he was bonded out, $1 million. The argument
They
now,
came to Tallahassee and arrested him.
yeah, they ended up figuring it out. They patched it all together. I mean, just however they did it, but they didn't present any of the evidence to his attorney yet because his attorney just said when he got him the bond, he said,
Yeah, I also Hertz called him and like, hey, we found a foreskin in the car.
Yeah.
Is this yours?
"We want you to take a look at a couple of different foreskins we have."
You forgot to clean out the ashtray?
It was yours mucky, like a few of these ones get. No, they ended up. They didn't share the details with his lawyer, but his lawyer says that there's really no physical evidence tying his client to the crime, and he's going to fight the case. This is like literally unfolding right now.
He's going to fight it.
They're going to fight the case.
So, like, here's the thing.
the case.
Arguably, right?
Yeah.
If they
It's
have
all
no,
alleged. It's
if
all
they,
alleged.
If they have no video evidence and they have no DNA evidence, right? Like,
That's right.
ostensibly,
I could have just flown to
could have
Chicago for leisure.
It could have been
Yeah.
your fingerprints on his dick, right? Ostensibly.
But I was jacking them off. We're lovers. That was before.
But the dick is growing mushrooms now in the fucking field.
If you don't have the
Did he get his dick back?
No.
He didn't
The
get his
dick
dick
was
back?
never recovered.
I'd kill myself so they can charge him with murder.
No, you can buy a new dick, can't you?
It's not worth it, bro.
What was that always Sunday? He's like, hey, they chop your dick off and sell it to China? That's the transgender chick.
You chop my dick off. I'm taking.
dead.
Oh,
yeah. I'm committing seppuku. I'm going out the Warriors
Which-
way.
I'm
Would
going
you
to
try to
Harry
go-
carry myself.
Now,
We're
would you
done.
try to go take that guy out too before it happened? I mean, like,
Oh yeah. Dick for
Yeah.
dick.
dick for dick,
living-
Dick for dick.
dick for dick.
Dick for a dick.
That's how it should
That's
go.
biblical times.
That's right.
all right?
That's why when I get into fights with people, I don't kick in the nuts and shit like because I don't want you to kick me in the nuts, man.
If someone
You know?
cuts your dick off, you should have the opportunity to
chop their dick off in
off,
retaliation.
or combat trial by combat.
Yeah.
You take my dick, I take yours.
not so
yeah.
willingly though. Then like you can't just take my dick. Like no, you have to fucking force me
Yeah,
down.
but
And
You
take my
gotta
dick.
earn
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
dick, buddy.
I'm gonna
You gotta earn this dick,
I'm
pal.
gonna stab you in the throat, and as you're bleeding out, I'll chop off your dick and hold it over my head like a
Die,
dog.
and then stuff it in the
This
hole.
is Sparta.
And then I get
jiggle
up
into your
blood,
hand.
blood covered, and just be like, and now we're not, and then stab myself, and then we just good. I'm
Fuck
good.
it.
I've
Fuck
lived.
I might have another title for this, but I'm saying this guy representing himself and like just the commitment, like driving from Tallahassee to Atlanta. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's like 6 hours. It's
about-
not that.
yeah, it's about-
Atlanta's not southern in Georgia. You can get
No,
to Georgia
central.
quick from Florida,
Yeah.
but it's like central
Upper.
The commitment and the car ride. Did he listen to podcasts? What did he listen to? Is he a Joe Rogan fan? Is he a crime podcast?
The whole time,
Did he have
it's
tips?
like death metal.
Yeah.
Gangster rap, death metal, 80s. What
Yeah.
are the 80s?
Oh my god! Could you imagine he was listening? He was listening to
comedian.
the fucking Cranberries or something,
What if he
or
was
some like
listening-
yacht rock. He's listening to Michael McDonald or
That
something
is-
like
I
that.
do love some yacht rock. Some Hall and Oates.
Yeah.
Private eyes. Yeah. But
Listen
just
to
the
Beatles.
commitment and then to go to an airport, which is already a pain in the ass to drive to an airport, but go through,
Which means
get on a plane.
He parked in short term parking.
Ooh.
He parked in
Little
short
cost
term
like
parking.
he knew
$90.
he'd be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$90 at least for at least 48 hours.
But just
don't you
the
think?
commitment and all that, and then to come back, bond out, and then fucking defend yourself, or not defend yourself, but fight this in court.
Yeah, he's
gonna
the
fight
charges.
case.
I just want to say, and you can't say this about his opponent here, or the plaintiff, or the defendants, whatever,
Yeah.
about the guy who's accusing him of cutting his dick off. The balls on this guy. The fucking balls on this guy.
Well, I think that guy's only balls on the other side right now. You know.
Jesus, that's a rough one, bro.
I guess, okay. Well, the only thing you could say about his opponent, the balls on this
The
guy.
balls on this guy.
Yeah.
The balls, Jesus, man.
That's crazy, and that's ongoing. That just happened in summer. That's
Yeah, we'll have an
fucking-
update. Yeah.
Yeah, we never do, but you
One
guys can
day.
Google it. Justin Foster. If you find the comedian, sorry, buddy, we weren't talking about you.
No.
I hope.
I mean, we got a photo of the guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, let's see. Because I know what Justin
if
Foster
it
looks like.
was the comedian,
No, that's not him.
definitely not.
black
That's,
dude.
that's Justin
It's
Foster.
a black dude.
He looks
Justin
Middle,
Foster.
he
That's
looks
what
Middle Eastern, dude.
Justin
That's
Foster.
wild. He has no haircut either. Yo,
That looks
listen,
Middle
y'all can't
Eastern.
say-
Look at that hairline in the front, dude.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell.
It's got a Taj Mahal right here.
I'm gonna tell Mikey to put this over the. But like, this man has
We'll
no
post
hairline.
this on our Instagram
This
for
man
sure.
has no hairline, bro. He looks like he got bullied for watching anime as a kid, and like as someone who got bullied for watching anime as a kid, I know that look. Like he
was called Nappy Head for sure.
Oh my
Fucking-
god,
he-
bro!
he-
This man is doing
he
bad.
picks his hair out a little too
Hold on,
much.
Sure, he's black. He looks Middle Eastern to me.
I'm gonna run that back. He looks wonderful. Please do not
Yeah,
come
right.
and chop my dick off.
I was looking at a picture of somebody else.
I live in Oregon.
If you're at the Portland Laugh Shack next week, come see Jay.
Shit, we shouldn't have plugged you early on the show.
Yeah, let me see that real quick. Yeah, we'll post a picture of this on the. We'll post a picture of this on the
Hey,
Instagram.
you guys should tag the comedian Justin
Oh, I see
Foster in
now.
it. Definitely.
Nah.
Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, I guess that's all we got. This is like one of the longest episodes ever.
Is it?
We're like
Where are we at?
we're an hour 35 right now.
Oh,
Something get
Jesus.
chopped in editing.
Yeah.
Nothing we said, just like the beginning was runs like a
Yeah.
few minutes while I'm setting up the beginning. But I guess that's it. We're done, right? Like, I mean,
That's it, man.
There's nothing
No
else on that.
closure
He's just waiting
otherwise.
for trial.
Ongoing.
Fine.
Damn.
How about the fucking balls on this guy?
The balls.
All right, so we got two choices: the balls on this guy,
Yeah.
or we got undicked in Evanston,
Undick
Illinois.
Evanston.
I like prima nocta.
right? Prima Noctis. Prima Noctis. Prima Noctis Island.
Or we can say Mikey hit a girl with his car.
Mikey hit it. Oh man.
She apologized.
How about Weenus Cucks?
We discuss El Cucco.
El Cucco.
Maybe it'll be El Cucco.
I kind of like El Cucco, to be honest, as long as it's not my name.
I like to stick with the crime for the name.
So the
of
balls on this
algorithms,
guy.
but
The balls on this guy.
The balls on this guy.
The balls on this guy.
Yeah. I'll call you El Cucco again, and we'll use it next time. But yeah, I know that's cool. It's fine. You used to chop little onions and put it in my food and be like, "Oh, you like it?
Used to?
Yeah, I still spit them out. It's fine."
They were in the guacamole the other night.
Yeah, I know. I spit them all out too, but I didn't let your dog have them because I know I can kill her, and I actually care.
mixed beans in them too. That's why I was.
No, there was no beans because I would have involuntarily threw up. But that's it. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. Tell them where they can find you on social media and anything else you want to promote, whether it's DC here, because this is internet. People can hear this in DC. I know you'll hide it from your friends in DC, which I won't blame you.
I will be hiding it from my girlfriend because I probably sound like a horrible person on this.
Yeah, I would hide it from your girlfriend too.
But the rest of my friends
I'll show it to her, but that's if she's like,
you know what? Start frequently going on podcasts and make her listen to them a bunch. She'll lose interest real fast. Yeah.
Well, she's already hit that with like comedy, where she's like,
she's not going to listen to this
unless it's like a very like big show for me. She's like, babe, I love you, but I'm gonna stay here and like read my law books. And I'm like,
but it's better that way too because you're working. I like that freedom. I don't want to feel like I have to take care of someone else.
Yeah, and you have to keep
not take care of, but entertain or whatever.
And keep an eye on.
Sit down with someone and watch the rest of the show. That's not my part. And I'm like,
she's like, plus there's 11 seasons of Love Island, and I'm only on 6.
Exactly. You can find me on all social media: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. At Jay Agbon was here. Jayagbon was here. WASHERE. On YouTube, just Jay Agbon comedian. You get to my page. In DC, I run and co-produce a show called the Heavyweights Comedy Show. We do shows monthly or by twice a month, depending on the month, but mostly
get this
monthly.
Heavy boy on there, dude. I want to come to DC. I want to come to the Capitol. I want to storm the Capitol, dude.
Listen, first off, fuck you. Secondly,
I'm sure you hear plenty of storm the Capitol jokes in DC.
I have, we there's one dude who runs the show with me. He does a solid, but he looks like he has stormed the. But
like he might have been there.
Yeah. But also, I've told everyone come. For the record, I've told a lot of people in Dallas to come to DC, and we will get you time.
Maybe around May when it starts to warm up a little bit. Yeah. I want to come. I'm broke right now, but I'm going to try to save some money to fly to DC and cut someone's dick off. And fly right back. That's what I call doing a set now. I'll be right back, guys. Going to go cut this dick off.
Balls on this guy.
No, but we'll definitely plan something. I remember last time you were here, you were telling me about some of the shows up there. I want to come up and check it out.
We have shows once a month, or it'll be twice a month in the summer. The only person that's come is Furman. Furman came, but
he's the only real one so far.
Yeah, I open invite. Please come.
I hope to turn into a real boy
if
soon.
I fuck with you and you're funny, please come.
Yeah. If you're not funny, invite. Jay don't have a couch for you.
Just know if you're not.
You will hit me up and I'll be like, yeah, I'll give you places to go. But like, I'm not putting my name on it.
Yeah.
Check out the Heavyweights on Instagram at the Heavyweights DC. Our next show is January 22nd. It's going to be at the Crown and the Crow. Hopefully, if this Omarion virus is over by then.
It's so cold.
Omarion.
It's so cold.
Isn't that R&B singer?
Yeah, but it's Omicron, Omarion.
You can say anything now if the Technicolor virus variation is done.
As long as it's by the same letter of whatever it is, everybody gets it.
Why did they make the last two names easy and now this one's difficult? Come on.
I still don't know why it's called coronavirus.
Google it, pal.
I am not going to. I don't care. Don't matter. I'll Google it when they start giving me unemployment again. Okay. But no, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And thank you for already. You guys heard it. He vouched for me. I'm funny. He'll help me get shows so I can throw this in his face when I have
That's
nothing.
A verbal agreement right now.
I will be shit talking him if he sucks, but for now.
All I need is the set. Me sucking is just what I do. Do me a favor. Start the music for me. By that, I mean just point anywhere in the room. Boom, there we go. I do it in post. That's more that lingo, baby.
Gang.
Hollywood, hell yeah. Get my own star. I'm tired of standing in line for clubs I'll never get in. Anyways, if you don't like that song, fuck you. But we're done. Check us out. Check out my page at Mikey B, the comic. Just like it sounds. B is just B. There's no C in Mikey. That's Mickey. Learn to spell. Google it, pal. You can say it in your phone. It'll pull me up. But also check out this podcast on Instagram and all social media platforms at the Open Mic Podcast, MIKE, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Do you have a TikTok?
All the shit,
do.
man. We
are shadow banned on all platforms. So
They mute the fuck
I
out
have
of us.
videos that have like thousands of views, and I have some that have zero, and they've been there, and they literally said we're fake news, we're bullies, we use illicit drugs, and they just don't fucking like us.
So follow us and watch right away. Watch right away before it gets.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was trying to go 4 for 4, but it's a new year coming up. It's my goal. I won't say it's my New Year's resolution because that makes it not real.
Yeah,
I'm
those are
going
fake.
to lose weight this year.
Those are fake.
Yeah. But find us on all those platforms. What's our Twitter, Jason, that
Open
you
mic.
use?
Open Mic 5000.
Open Mic 5000.
That's it, yeah.
And
Hadn't changed.
yeah, I got shows coming up. DCC, I'll be there Thursday night. The 6th, I'm at Hyenas, Dallas. I've been saying Fort Worth the last time I promoted it here, but I'll be in Dallas. Free tickets, hit me up. And back at Comedy Arena in February. I got a few other things coming in right now. But that's it. You got anything else?
That's it.
We only went an hour and 6 days. So
Jake Paul fight was rigged.
Jake Paul.
We didn't even talk
Ooh,
about
we didn't even bring up
that.
the fight. We're out of time, but check my page at Mikey B the Comic. There's polls up there. I edited a video together, a bunch of different angles of him punching the other guy, and I'm not saying he didn't knock him out. He clearly put
Yeah, he
dude
knocked
to
him
sleep.
out.
He knocked him
Yeah.
the fuck out.
But it was willing.
His arm was down,
That's a
and
little
it didn't look
sketchy.
like he was trying to hold it up.
There was some shenanigans involved.
Listen, man, you
And
get
like
paid
Jake
to
Paul,
chat.
don't come find me because clearly you can kick my ass. But feel free to make me look
Jake
dumb
Paul,
on
you
social
can't
media.
kick my ass,
I'm already
bro.
there.
I'll see you in these streets, B. I'm not afraid
Yeah.
of you, bro.
Right?
And if you hit me in these streets, I will be filing a lawsuit.
That's it.
Yeah.
Take your
Well, I'm
money.
not afraid of him either. I know he can beat me up, but I mean, you know what? If you find me, I'll let you beat me up just like Tyron Woodley did. Damn.
No.
Bye.
Peace.